Hey everybody, welcome back. First of all, Rainbow Laser Cats.
Ah, yeah, that's like your brand now.
That's like my fucking... my entire aesthetic.
Do you even have a cat?
I have several cats!
You have several cats?
Yes!
How many of them are confined to your computer?
None. None of them are confined to my computer. I have
Holy shit,
two.
I'm
I have
learning
two
so
cats, Lily and Leia. Lily,
Mm-hmm.
we don't know what either of their breeds are, but we're pretty sure Lily is at least part Siamese because she's very loud, but also very slender. And like she has that Siamese cat face thing. Anyway, Spider-Man. I streamed this once a while ago, like the first day it came out or something like that, and I decided I was going to just play it at my own pace. I did not want to have to wait for streams to keep playing that game, so I just did it, and I beat it, and I did 100% of it, including benchmarks that you don't have to do for 100%. I did those all anyway because I love this game that much. Anyway, they recently released. I think it was. I'll point that out once we get to it. They released New Game Plus like yesterday, and you get to start the game with all the stuff that was what restarted your computer's a Windows update. Yes, it was. So they with New Game Plus they also released a new difficulty, Ultimate, which I am going to be playing on. And then also, let me change some stuff, big subtitles and QTE autocomplete. We don't have change button taps to hold because those are off now.
I'd like to voice a concern here.
Mm-hmm.
There's no difficulty level called Maximum Spider.
Not yet, but maybe later.
Not yet.
They do have a couple more DLCs coming out. Also, I will be doing the DLC that's coming out like next week at my own pace as well. Like I won't be doing that blind on the stream.
Wowzers.
Anyway, if anybody is watching this after the fact, yes, this is a second take.
I'm having a drink.
Okay.
It's some manner of fruit, whatever. It's got multivitamins.
I've got mostly, it looks like half melted ice, because the ice cubes are in a big clump, and there's some water in here. So
Ice cubes with water. Okay.
yeah, and it's not even ice cube;
Good.
it's like ice blob at this point, because all the ice melted, but some of the ice melted and then refroze and formed with each other to form an unholy abomination that is like the ice. I don't even know what shape that is. Ice blob was probably the most accurate description.
So one thing I noticed is that he has a record player that I've worked on.
Oh.
Yeah, last Crimbo, I actually bought a used record player and restored it. It was a Sony, and it wasn't until after the fact that I found out it was actually kind of fancy. Like, I had to buy a new head for it, and the power transformer, and then it just went to work. Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay, I'm gonna have to like change the server that I'm streaming on, because it is dropping a lot of frames. And you can tell the exact minute when You can tell the exact minute when this game switches from out of engine to in-engine cutscene because it's very okay. So give me a second. I'm gonna stop the stream. Now stopping the recording,
sure.
and I'm gonna choose a different server.
I like that this thing has this thing has a fucking Google Calendar inside it.
Let's try New York. All right, let's try New York. Let's see if New York is able to handle a whole whopping 1,500 kilobytes per second. Anyway, there is a gimmick. So if you donate money, bits, or if you resub, you can choose from one of the many different costumes that I've unlocked, which is all of the costumes. Some of them are movie references, like the Iron Spider suit or the Stark suit. Some of them are other comic references, such as the Spider-Man 2099 suit, and some of them are just cool, like the vintage comic book set, or Spider-Man in just his underwear. There's a bunch of them. But if you donate money, or if you donate bits, or if you donate subscriptions, then if you donate, well, I mean, if you guessed
I like the Spirit Spider suit. I didn't know that it would have a fucking flaming skull on it. Sorry,
that was
caught me unawares.
That's from like an alternate universe where Spider-Man got the Ghost Rider ghost in him.
Ah, man. So good. I mean, it's no comic book shading costume,
right?
But it's still really, really good.
Yeah. I like how this suit blinks with Peter in the cutscene. Yes, the suit is really expressive, and if there's one good thing that Homecoming did, which was, I mean, it did a lot of good things, but there's one good thing Homecoming did was have the suit be a little bit technologically advanced, so it could like do expressions and stuff, because Spider-Man's always been like a very expressive character, in my opinion.
Yeah, like a big part of like reading the comics. I've seen a bunch of comics, but most of them were like Silver Age and stored in a little thing at my grandma's. Yeah, my grandma had Spider-Man comics.
Oh, nice.
Every single issue would have multiple panels where you can like see half of Peter's face.
Yeah.
Like usually just to convey he's scared shitless at whatever's happening, but it's good. I did like that the new movie suit, even like the really crappy made at home thing, had eyelids.
Yeah,
like really crappy eyelids. Oh man. That's
so because this is New Game Plus, I'm gonna have a bunch of junk that I normally would not have in a new game. So I'm gonna be using a bunch of gadgets and stuff that you usually don't have access to until really late in the game, actually, because some of the upgrades to even unlock them require like challenge tokens, and challenge tokens are like the last thing you unlock it's like the last collectible you can unlock, and that's not until like the second half of the game.
I do remember seeing you wield the spider drones, or
Yes.
Spones for short.
Spones, yeah, the Spones.
Gotta warn you, I'm feeling punchy today.
Yeah, I'm also getting stuttering, but it's better.
Yeah, it's better. I've dropped a lot. I don't know why it's stuttering, because I haven't dropped any frames yet, according to the health thing.
Yeah.
Somebody just shoot him!
Why do all these guys have terrible faux hawks?
Because they're thugs!
Damn. Remind me never to get a faux hawk.
Oh god, like I've seen kids, like little tiny, like
Willie's face when you slap the cuffs on.
barely older than Todd.
babies with footbox.
Not tiny babies, but like maybe 7 or 8-year-old kids who are like, I'm sure their parents are like, you know what would look cool on you, a faux hawk, because I don't think a faux hawk would be a thing that any 8-year-old would naturally come to as a decision
If
for
you're 6,
a
you
willing
can't decide your own haircut.
Yes. So it looks really bad and really dumb, but I don't say anything because I'm not that kind of person. That's like I'm not raising your child, so whatever. If you want your kid to look like an idiot, then that's on you.
I mean, yeah, it's not your kid. Whatever. Faux hawks, they're bad. Their
So
focus bar is full.
yeah, so fun fact, Fisk Tower here is close to where Trump Tower is in real life. It's
But
not in this
also,
it's not in the same exact location. It replaced a different building, but Trump Tower isn't here either. So it's basically supposed to be Trump Tower.
Yeah, but I don't think Trump Tower is, like,
Hands up.
is it
Where you going?
like actually Art Deco? I don't think it is.
I don't think it is, but that's also a bit of Wilson Fisk coming out because Wilson Fisk is just a gigantic nerd who in this game would probably think Art Deco would look cool.
Sorry to break it to you, but you do not got
I
it,
can't
buddy.
believe you called me out this harshly.
Thanks for the confidence, guy.
Damn. It's me. I'm the Art Deco nerd.
Oh no!
I genuinely really go for the designs in Bioshock
This
even.
is what they call a hostile workplace.
See, BioShock it makes sense, but like I don't know
in
why.
Bioshock it makes sense, yeah.
I got 2 guys to stick together. It's great. Cause
Nice.
I have this like trap thing, and if the trap sensor runs into a wall, they immediately stick to a wall. But if the trap sensor runs into a different person, both people get stuck together. Wilson Fisk isn't as evil as Trump. I mean, yeah.
Well, Fisk actually had to participate in street crime, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's his whole backstory, is that he couldn't do a pull-up and was caught by the cops.
I think that's all of them.
I love that.
That was one of the few things I remember from seeing the cartoon, the one with the
shut the elevators down.
CGI
Take the stairs.
cityscape.
Oh yeah.
I prefer a more direct approach.
Oh god, I love like. There's one quote in there. He's like, approximately only 2% of my body is fat. Well, let me show you what 398 pounds of muscle can do. And I'm like, that's not how the body works. Wilson Fisk, your body wouldn't fill out like that if that was only 2% fat.
Hitting us with everything he's got.
I have to find him and end this.
Not yet. We just picked up chatter. They're wiping all their data servers. We need that evidence if we want to put him away for good.
Okay, server room it is.
That genuinely can depend on genetics.
Call from me. Better answer.
But that's a discourse for another time. Look at Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Watching a superhero movie. What's up?
Let me
We're still on for
show
dinner
off.
tomorrow night.
Totally. Listen, I gotta go.
Well, okay. Love you.
Love you too.
So I can web peek guys up and then I can throw them around. Bye! You're over the
Whoa.
edge.
He webbed me.
Wow, that looks fatal.
No, because they're webbed up, they actually get stuck to walls.
Okay, but just swinging around that fast, that's a lot of G's.
That is a lot of G's. There's a lot more other things in here that Spider-Man does that would most definitely kill a man.
Man.
But, so that's the least of your worries. They did account for, like, when you, like, kick people off high buildings and stuff, and it's like, oh no, Spider-Man threw that guy off a building. If you watch them, if you watch them fall off the building, you'll actually see a little web detach and stick them to a building instead, so that way they aren't dead.
Oh, yeah, it's like in Uncharted 3, where you pull a guy off a building and then you can look down and he's swimming away.
Oh yeah, that was Uncharted 2, but yes. There's a guy above you, there's a guy above you! There's a guy below you, there's a guy below you!
Oh no. These are good camera angles, but also this entire area reminds me of that one set from, I think it was Iron Man 3? It's like Iron Man's tower.
Gotta find that server room before there's
It's business tower, whatever.
Phantom General, we don't bring up Gwen Stacy in this house!
all the evidence.
Oh no.
I should look for a sneak.
I'm kidding. We can bring up Gwen Stacy in this house. She was a boring lame character, and then she became much better when they turned her into Spider-Woman. There we go. That's my hot Gwen Stacy take.
Remarkably clean air.
Is Gwen Stacy the dark-haired lady who worked at the Bugle?
No, Gwen Stacy's the blonde. Peter Parker's first girlfriend. She was blonde, and she literally had basically no character aside from being Peter Parker's girlfriend. So they introduced Mary Jane, a character who did have a character, and literally the only person who shipped Gwen Stacy and Peter Parker was Stan Lee. And he was the only he was so dedicated to having Gwen Stacy and Peter Parker be a couple that they had to kill off Gwen Stacy to get him to shut up about it.
Let's see just how good their security.
Then she came back and she was covered in like techno bits.
No,
Not
she
just
came back.
metal
She came back as a clone. She was part of the first Clone Saga.
That was the first time.
Yeah, that was
she came back more than once.
Yeah. She came back more than once. She came back first as a clone, and then turned out it was a clone, so then that was the first Clone Saga, which was the good Clone Saga. And then the bad Clone Saga happened, and there was another Gwen Stacy after that, I think. And then, oh god. It was Clone Saga. Man, let me tell you about the fucking Clone Saga. Aw, jeez, that was 2 years just fucking wasted. Nobody likes the Clone Saga. It was a simple premise because at the end of the first Clone Saga, there was a Peter Parker clone, and the author accidentally left it ambiguous as to whether you were following the clone or the real Peter Parker. Like he was like, yeah, it's definitely the real Peter Parker. It's not supposed to be ambiguous, but it was. So one of the authors in the 90s, I think. Yeah, it had to have been the 90s because man, it was stupid. One of the authors in the 90s was like, hey, here's my idea for a Spider-Man storyline. What if we've been following the clone the entire time? What if the real Peter Parker was somewhere else and we've just been following the clone the entire time? And what turned into a 6-month thing to try and write Peter Parker out so that they could get a new Spider-Man in turned into a 2-year clusterfuck stretching over 200 issues, and it did absolutely nothing because the status quo just kept on going on because in the end they just kept Peter Parker anyway. Nobody liked it. The first 6 months were great, and then after that, everybody was like, "Yeah, no, we're tired of this," and they're like, "That's good," but the executives kind of mandated that we just keep going. So enjoy another year and a half of this.
Cool. By the way, Canada sold out of weed.
Oh no!
They opened the dispensaries yesterday and just nobody had any weed left to sell. It was weird. Like, who's willing?
Malik goes, "You're Gwen Stacy, he's Gwen Stacy, she's Gwen Stacy, we're all Gwen Stacy."
Could be better. Our choppers took a beating.
Sure.
Around our last one. If
Hit me, I'm Gwen Stacy now.
And no one to chase him if he flies away.
Have you never seen that episode of
Why do I get the
SpongeBob?
feeling that's what he was planning all
No.
along?
Oh, so Squidward's trying to. Squidward has finally gotten fed up with living next to SpongeBob and Patrick, so he's trying to sell his house, and
Sure.
he goes out for a little while, and a lady is interested in buying the house. So SpongeBob decides to help out, be very helpful by pretending to be Squidward, and he also gets Patrick to pretend that he is also Squidward. So there's a quote at some point that SpongeBob throws out. And he goes like, because the lady goes, "You're both Squidward," and SpongeBob goes, "I'm Squidward, he's Squidward, you're Squidward, we're all Squidward here."
Let me tell you, if you were a kid in the 90s in Iceland, there was one channel that had the good cartoons, and then there was public broadcast. We had the best. And no way was my dad gonna actually spend the money on the Batmans. Who
Oh,
assure
no!
that violence is the answer to bad people.
They're okay.
But it wasn't always. There were several episodes where Batman
There's
was
the
like,
intro where he beats up the bad guys.
yeah, but
No violence.
Lead the way. We'll be right behind you.
I'm not actually asking you to
I
agree
know,
with my father's viewpoint.
I know. Oh no, I am still dropping a lot of frames despite not stream. I might stop the stream.
Could be your bit rate is too low.
Or too high, you mean?
No, too low.
Guys were in bed with Fisk all along?
No. My bitrate would not. Like if I tried streaming above 2,000, I would have it even worse.
Getting kicked in the face.
Okay, check your task manager. See how your CPU load is.
Okay. How do I do that?
You can right-click your taskbar.
Okay. Task manager.
Yeah.
So performance. Percent utilization 100%. No,
Yeah,
wait, utilization.
up your bitrate.
Up my bitrate. Okay. I'm gonna have to stop the stream real quick. I'm also gonna start. I'm also gonna check the server just in case, because there is a server closer to me than work in Ashburn, Virginia.
Wait. I'm bad at geography. Well,
Virginia is
American
closer.
geography.
Virginia is closer to me than New York is. Virginia.
Let's see, you're-
Well, stream. Okay.
Hey, Yuri.
Oh,
Some of your guys
there's
want to raise
Maryland.
payroll.
Hey,
Good
yeah.
news is they
Maryland
were
and
last
Virginia
night
are
at
literally right next to
outside
each
the
other,
office.
whereas
Take him
New York's
down.
about like
Now.
400 miles north.
With pleasure.
Okay.
Yeah, Maryland's a fairly small state as well, so I don't blame you for taking a while
Writing your
to
memoirs?
find it.
Don't forget the hyphen between spider and man.
Don't forget
Oh,
the
look, it's
hyphen
Junior.
between Spider and Man, Wilson Fisk. Don't forget it. Don't you forget it.
You forgot it.
Surprised you made it
No, I
this
didn't.
far.
Yeah, you did. A lot.
Your foolishness.
Because I was on my phone, and my phone doesn't automatically put the hyphen in Spider and Man.
Mine does.
You do know I can still see you, right?
Also, yeah, I can confirm this is smoother.
Oh, okay. Dang.
Yeah. Basically, taking a big thing and making it a lot smaller is difficult.
Gotta wait for an opening. Reloading.
And what are you doing? Does it look like I'm doing you dingus? You dongus? You absolute dork!
Whoa.
How is this happening?
What's wrong, Willie? You seem angry.
I will destroy you.
Oh no!
Get your best
Wilson
shot.
Fisk is from Mass Effect!
Oh no! Wow, there's even less lag
You're out
now.
of your depth, boy.
Oh no, I don't have...
Alright. I like that his little panic room has a tree and nothing else.
Well, it was...
What are you gonna eat, big boy?
You are everything that's wrong
It was
with
just
this
supposed to
city.
be there to take care of Spider-Man, while the guns took care of
I
Spider-Man.
was gonna say
But
the same to
Wilson
you.
Fisk
You
kind
know
of...
what to do, man. Surrounded.
That's not how you make a panic room. You put in fucking...
Oh, ow! Oh, jeez! Oh, God! He is fucking me up! Okay, hold on. I need to change some things about my suit. First of all, Web Blossom. Just need to change this because this is where it is in the story, I think.
I don't want excuses.
General, I will... Look. If I was making a comic book, I would make a panic room lined with cans of Primo soup. I'm sure that somewhere out there is a canned soup that is fit for a Frasier.
Tossed salads and scrambled eggs in there as well. As well as the chair. But for some reason, the dog is on the chair!
No, it's okay if he's on the chair. It's bad if he's on the sofa.
Oh. How is Fisk not dead? Fisk is a supervillain in a comic book world. That's how he's not dead.
He's Zyber huge. That's it. You know, I still don't know the meaning of the word jejune.
The word what?
Jejune.
Finally off to
Oh.
Rikers, huh? You know, I think you've got more enemies in there than I do.
It's like
This will be more than
I've been listening through.
Gotta go. Hey, good luck, Willie.
See, I'm on the
I have a
8th
feeling you're
season
gonna
of
need
Frasier now.
idiots.
Tossed salads,
It's like-
scrambled eggs, etc.
Yeah.
1 month.
It's like every season they make an effort to put in the words jejune, and I
The Kingpin
still
is
don't know
headed
what
to
it
prison.
means.
End of an era. I feel like I should celebrate. Maybe take a
The
vacation.
main event. So normally in the game you earn experience and that helps you level up. But because I'm already level 50, level ups just increase my health and melee damage stuff.
Ooh.
So, yep.
I mean, melee damage is always good.
Where are you?
Yeah, but it's only like a
Considering
1%. It's only a 1% increase, which is not
I'm
much.
almost there. Blocks away.
I mean,
For instance, there are several level ups in this game where it's
not safe.
where it's a 10% increase. So, and also the amount of experience that you need for further level ups above 50 are
Get there before he hurts
so much. Like I think between level 50 and level 51, technically, it would be, I guess, is like more experience that you needed between level like 30 and 50.
but it piles up, okay?
It does, but like it takes a
Interest under
long.
interest.
it takes a long time for it to level up and stuff. But I mean, I appreciate that they still give you rewards and still like want to encourage you doing stuff after you've hit the level cap. But it's just like not worth going out to grind it, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Oh boy, a normal looking door. Wonder what's behind it.
I'm sorry I'm late.
Oh no! Nah, just kidding. He's a good guy.
You started without me.
Well, so far.
Will be here soon.
I mean,
fine,
I do
partner. I
remember
invented this equipment. I think I
the
can handle
best Spider-Man film started with him being a good guy.
But he wasn't even in Homecoming.
Hmm.
Man,
Ah, yes, the power dampener.
Not yet.
Yeah, when I first started playing this game, I was wondering like who the boss was going to be, because my guesses were either it was going to be Octavius or it was going to be Connors.
Another setback.
And turns out it's Octavius. Dr. Connors isn't even in this game. That's a shame.
But we're
Though
close.
they do reference the lizard, so the lizard has already happened.
Mm-hmm.
Because this game takes place
anyone hurt?
8 years
No,
after
it was
Spider-Man
all right.
becomes a
Energy
thing.
levels
Like Peter
exceeded
is
our
23 and has graduated
From a certain
college
viewpoint, that's a very
and
positive
stuff,
It doesn't smell
trying to live on
very
his own.
positive.
And so
I assure you, in the next
a
phase.
bunch of enemies have already popped up. Like Elektra's already popped up.
Is there somewhere
We
else
just
we
dealt
can
with the
discuss
Kingpin, the Scorpion,
Maybe you should take the rest of the
the
day off.
Rhino, the Vulture.
We'll talk later.
A couple others. Shocker is already around. The Lizard and Mysterio are referenced to, but they don't pop up in the game.
Disaster. How could
What
day
about the
be
shock
affected?
blocker?
I know Doc said take the day off, but
No, they also don't have the wall, unfortunately. Whoa! Thanks, Joel is wise. Joel is wise.
Joel
Thank you.
is wise.
Joel is wise. Thank you for
Bad
following
shape,
me.
Cool.
let's see what's wrong.
Actually, you know what? I'll do that too. Hey, Joel is wise. You get to pick the new. You get to pick the new suit. Which suit do you want? Do you want Spider-Man to wear? You can choose any of these suits whatsoever. You can choose something that looks really bad, like the negative suit. You can choose something really stupid, like the Spirit Spider, which is stupid in a great way. Don't get me wrong, I love it, but it's really stupid. You can choose being in underwear. Like, if you're curious about what a suit looks like, just let me know, because we have Spider-Punk here. Spider-Punk's one of my favorites.
Oh boy, he's got a cool vest.
Yeah, here's the Feared Self suit. But, if you're interested in seeing a suit, just let me know, and then I will, and you can go ahead and choose it. So, if you're not lurking, if you just want to lurk, that's fine. Like, I don't want to force you into a thing, but just let me know if you want to switch suits.
I'll try to keep an eye out.
Yeah.
In case he pipes up. Man, imagine being so into research that you have your own fork of Android.
If I had been here to do the pre-check, I would have caught this.
So, these are just Pipe Dream.
Yeah,
Which, I mean, it's fine.
it's fine. It's fine.
It's fine.
Got it.
It gets
fine.
really silly when you have to do the later, like, optional ones. It gets really silly and really ridiculous, but they're all still kind of easy. Oh Okay, I can't. Nope. I have to actually use this one. Okay. Then I can use this one, right? Okay.
Yeah, it's directional, I think.
Yep. No, yeah, it was directional. I just was thinking that I could
Okay, what
use that
next?
one as soon as possible.
Mm.
So you also have to rebalance voltage stuff sometimes. Like you have to get
Oh,
a target
no.
voltage. So here I'm going to do
Gross.
+2, and here I'm going to do -1. Here I'm going to do +2, and that gets me to the target voltage of 3. Hooray!
Finished.
Sure.
That's how target voltage works.
Sure.
Let's see if that worked. Good as new.
Hi, everybody. Hello.
Hello.
Let me just give it the old stretcheroonie here. Ah. Yeah. Hello, my honey. Hello, my baby. Hello, my ragtime gal.
Doc's been testing new materials for the prosthetics. He asked me to review his work if I had time. May as well dig in now.
All right.
I still
So,
don't get why he had those ginormous resistors at home.
these
So weird.
substance found things are
Contact material for the prosthetic.
they're basic. They're pretty basic puzzles. You gotta find the ones that match up. So
Huh.
this one, and then this one. They get a little more complicated too. I like the more complicated ones. I'd get this game if I didn't have a thing against getting a system for one game. Well, here's good news. I can suggest several games that you can get for the PlayStation 4 that are all really
Yeah,
good.
like Redout.
Okay.
Redout's
Yeah.
really good.
Redout. There's a suggestion from
Get out of
Joe.
here before I screw things up for Doc even
My
more.
suggestions are Uncharted 4. And if you don't have a PlayStation 3, you can also get the Uncharted Nathan Drake collection, which are the first 3 Uncharteds, all redone in 1080p, 60 frames per second. The graphics were touched up a little bit as well, so they look good. Bloodborne. Bloodborne's really good if you like Dark Souls. Let's see, what else? Infamous Second Son is another good superhero game.
Not
Um,
Rikers. Our boy qualifies for the VIP treatment. He's in the
Friend
room.
just point out exclusives.
Ah, joining Scorpion, Electro, and the
oh.
rest. Fisk should be honored. That's a steamed company.
I can't
Can you
really
swing
twist
by
my
the
back
precinct?
well
Got
enough
an
to
issue
look.
that could benefit from
Never
your
played Dark
skill
Souls.
set.
Well, here's
For anything.
some good news.
Bloodborne is apparently a good starting point.
Well, not only is it a good starting point, but it's also the best one.
Huh.
Yeah.
Looks like Jameson's got a new
Bloodborne is
episode out.
legit my favorite Dark
My
Souls
number
game.
one fan thinks of the Fisk takedown.
It's the one I played first. It's the one that got. It's got the one that got me into the. It's the one that got me into the series. So it's a good jumping off point. Oh yeah, that's right. J. Jonah Jameson comes on, and he's got like this, blog thing that Peter subscribes to. You can turn him off, but why would you ever turn him off? What other good like PS4 exclusives are there? I would suggest order 1886 if you just like kind of
Get it
run
for
of the mill third-person shooters. It goes on sale a lot on PlayStation Network. It's you can usually find it for about $5 these days, which is a good deal for a game that is like that, I would think. Oh, there's Until Dawn, which is like a choose-your-own-adventure slasher movie, where like
Oh yeah, that thing.
you get to play as like you don't play as any one character. You play like it's all 6 characters, and the easiest way to describe that game is you're sitting in the director's chair of a slasher movie, and you can choose which characters live or die. and all of them
There's
can
like-
live or all of them can die. It's really good. I really like it. I played it for the first time last year on for Halloween.
Someday, Jonah,
Um
I'm gonna get you to
It's like a
taste
Quantic
things.
Dreams game, but good.
yeah. What else? There's Horizon Zero Dawn, which is really good.
Oh yeah, everything I've seen of that has been really good.
There's The Last of Us Remastered, which, I mean, if you have a PlayStation 3, that might not be a big deal, but the remastered edition
Fair
is really
enough.
good.
So,
Um,
why'd you call? Need a date to the policeman's ball?
You got a black and white suit?
Uh,
No ball this year anyway.
Yeah,
We spent too much on training
there's
Oscorp
games
surveillance.
on
Yeah,
the
there's
PS4.
there's a bunch of really good games for the PlayStation 4 that I would highly recommend.
Well, system was
Eh.
down.
Like,
Citywide.
and when people ask me for like recommendations, I try not to go for stuff that's also on other systems because like you can get those on other systems. I'm trying to go just by the exclusives it has,
Maybe. We'll figure it out later. Right now we need to
because
get the
that's
hell
why
out of
you
that
get a
room.
system is for the
Fast.
exclusives.
and you called me? Aw, that's sweet.
Well, I got the Vita because it felt
Plus,
good in
the
my
signals are
hands and
scrambled
had.
and no
Well,
idea.
that too.
Actually, it did have Wipeout 2048.
I love a challenge.
You break
Which-
it, you buy it.
thought you
I
trusted me.
genuinely still love. That's a good game.
Let's take a look
But
at
I
this
stuck with the Vita because
Subtle.
of its massive indie game library.
Oh yeah, it does have a really good indie game library.
Yeah. Up the amplitude, my dude.
Here we go.
Hey.
So I wonder if the collectibles are
We just had a tower come back
gone.
online. Was that
Because
you?
if they
Not
are,
just
there's a
pretty
bunch of
mad,
there's a bunch of
Whatever you
collectibles I
did,
got
any chance you
already
could do it to the other
in my
towers?
original
Sure,
playthrough of the
but
game.
just so you know, I had to sync
There's
up with the
backpacks
tower
and they have like a lot of
I'm
neat
seeing
little
all-time
references
data
to
in the
them.
area now. Looks like there's a break-in
Like
happening near me.
there's
I've got units.
I can confirm that even though Venom hasn't happened in this universe yet, Eddie Brock exists.
Do it.
Of course. Makes sense, right?
Yeah. Well, to be fair, Eddie Brock didn't exist in Spider-Man until the Venom thing happened. Like he was created specifically
Sure these guys
for the
didn't
Venom
forget their
thing.
keys.
So to have
Yeah.
him in here without him actually being Venom, it's kind of impressive, honestly.
I mean, that's fair.
Console is a big investment in me, like months to save. Oh, yeah, that is also fair. But if you ever have a question about like, hey, I've saved up enough for a PlayStation 4 and I'm wondering what games I should get for it, I can definitely like recommend you some stuff outside of Spider-Man.
What? No.
I am
Spider Cop.
very much a PlayStation 4 guy. Like I play this console more than any other console, more than my PC. So I know a lot about its exclusives, which exclusives are good, which exclusives you should maybe like wait until they're a couple of bucks to get, like Order 1886. I didn't get into the hype of Order 1886 is a thing. So
So you're the snitch.
so
Back off,
when
Reed.
people were like getting really excited for it and then they got really disappointed that they heard it was just like a, sort of a bog standard third person shooter that was only like 4 hours long, people were like, "Oh man, this game sucks." No, the game is good at what it does.
from her.
It's just that what it does, like a lot of other games have already done. It has really good world building though. Like I love the world of Order 18. It does. I love the world building of Order 1886.
Does it though?
Like I wouldn't say that the story it is not great, but the world building that it does is good. I really enjoy the world that they create. Not so much the story that goes along with it, but the world that they create is pretty cool. But yeah, if you can find Order for like $20 or less, which is easy now, definitely pick it up. Like, the cheaper the better, but it's still, I would say, like, if you can't find it lower than $20, you should get it.
I got a PS3 used indicating with a copy of the Sleeping Dogs. That was deal of the year.
I got a Switch a few months ago, and I have been building up a library for it. The Switch is also a really good console. Aside from my PlayStation 4, I play a lot of Switch. And I do love the fact that it is a portable system that you can plug into your TV.
It's Spider.
Yeah, making a sequel system to the Vita was a really good idea.
Tower from up there.
I'm still waiting. According to the numbers, in 2 or 3 months, Nintendo should be releasing a facelift for it. But apparently, they said in PR that they wouldn't be making a facelift and releasing it on this year's Christmas
Already regretting this.
release window. But
Odd move.
I'm still dubious.
Modify these towers to try
Odd
to make them
move,
just crimes.
but you know, whatever.
Nintendo is a company of odd moves in general.
Yeah. Okay, so none of the. Oh wait, no. Okay, so I think one does show up as a tutorial.
Score.
Okay.
Towers are picking up all kinds of RFID signals now, including one nearby. What is that?
Unless they like all re-lock themselves, in which case that's dumb. I don't need to unlock those. I've got everything. But yeah, you can find backpacks around, and they have like cool little Spider-Man related Easter eggs
Forgot I attached
in them.
tracking dots to these.
Oh, and the story for how he has so many backpacks scattered around the city is that when he was 16, he won like the Wilson Fisk Science Expo thing. So they gave him a big check and a lifetime supply of backpacks.
New backpacks?
Yeah, and he's like, I never cashed the check, but I told everybody I did and got laser eye surgery. But I did use the lifetime supply of backpacks.
Spider Cop's on it. Part man, part
That's-
spider, part cop.
And that is a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
There's 55. Yeah, there's 55 backpacks, and apparently they've all relocked themselves.
Bad.
Bad game. I'm gonna have to go around. I'm gonna have to collect those again for the stream. Oh, and he also he says a
Don't do
he
it.
says a thing. Honestly, the backpacks are not that bad. The backpacks are not the bad thing that I would murder myself over getting.
Harry's VIP card for the nightclub. Harry always tried to include me.
Oh man,
Hey.
he's got a.
Are these
he's got a
different?
bad credit card.
Are these no, they're not different. Okay.
The menu for my first real date with MJ.
Harry Osborn, member of the Deep End.
But she,
The deep end.
my injured shoulder
As in, he goes
eventually
off the
healed.
deep end.
Bill took a lot longer to pay.
But yeah, backpacks are not the bad collectible in the game. The bad collectible in the game are the challenge tokens. Holy fuck, the challenge tokens are bullshit. I hate them. I'm not getting ultimate rank in all of them in this go around. Because no. Just no. I'll get spectacular rank in all of them at least.
Hey, fellas.
Honestly, I don't think, like, I haven't paid attention to Nintendo the last couple E3s. My E3 pick is typically Sony, even though this year Sony was kind of bad. Sony was kind of disappointing this year, and it was.
Guys,
If you're watching E3 expecting anything exciting, like as far as actual video games are concerned, then you're doing it wrong.
No, like, Sony does pretty good. does pretty good work with getting me excited over their video games.
Okay, but you could be watching Ubisoft having a fucking... Like, every year, they get a team of dancers to hype up the latest release of Just Dance for the original Wii, and that's beautiful.
As of today,
I want to see if I can do. I want to see if I can do something real quick.
Oh, thank God. I need a drink.
we'll all drink tonight, Yuri. Drink for the memory of Spider.
No, I didn't. Oh, I don't think I can do it through this one anyway.
Yuri, you there?
So let's try it. Nope.
Guess
All
the
right.
emotion of the moment overwhelmed her.
There's one I can do it through, I think. Yes. Yes! There we go. Special animations if you manage to go through stuff, as opposed to like. All right. Instead of just going over the water tower, he will go through the water tower, and it's really good.
Oh yeah, that's a really good homage to the best Spider-Man movie.
Yeah, he did that in Homecoming, I think.
No, he did it in Spider-Man 2.
But Spider-Man 2's bad. Spider-Man 2's really fucking awful, Joe.
He went through, I think it was a sky bridge between two skyscrapers?
I think it was, yes.
That was really cool.
Spider-Man 2 sucks, though.
Not good.
No.
Can't have people taking pictures of my 3 chest.
Oh, okay. So he said can't have people taking pictures of my 3 chest hairs. So let me let him finish talking. All right. So hold on real quick. Let me just go into here. And then where's photo mode? Photo mode. Okay, let's just zoom in real close here. Real close. Let's count them. 1, 2, 3.
Y'all. Did I really have to be here for this?
Doctor, how did it go with the committee? I'm so sorry I screwed things up.
So the nice thing about web swinging is that if you get too close to a building, he just runs along the building instead.
Should I head back to the lab for cleanup?
Yeah, makes sense.
Okay, so also there are things called benchmarks, which I have done in all of
Wish I could bottle and sell that man's
in my other playthrough. So benchmarks are just basically things that you'll be doing around the city, just like small incidental things that you'll probably be doing anyway. I'll bring up the menu in just a minute. Let me finish redoing this this district tower. All right, so benchmarks. Here we are. So yeah, you see, I've done them all already. But like, you do 5,000 point launches. You perfect dodge 5,000 attacks. Oh my god, let me tell you, that was a awful thing to do. You yank 500 enemies out of the air. It's just stuff like that. Like dive 10,000, 100,000 meters. There's 3 levels to each of them, and you get like handfuls of experience every time you do one. So it's nice to do it, but you get like so much experience in this game anyway that it doesn't even matter.
It's shit for people like you who can't resist platinuming.
Oh no, that's not even part of the platinum. I just did it. One of the trophies is completing 1 travel benchmark and 1 combat benchmark. And it's not even the 3rd level, it's like the 1st level, so there's no way you're not getting those trophies. So yeah, I just did those because I'm a madman.
I mean, yes. Also, let me tell you about fixing comm towers. The way you do it is usually not fiddling with knobs.
I think the explanation. Okay, go ahead.
What you usually do, well, okay, you might have to set the amplification on the amplifier that's attached to the antenna. But the most common failing in these things is that the cable itself fills up with water. And so you do what you do is that you snip a tiny bit of it off, you drain it, and then you re-terminate it. Yeah.
So I'm just gonna. Okay.
You just put a new end on it.
I think it's implied in the game that they've been tampered with by external forces. They never really go into who did it, but it's implied that like somebody just sort of messed with their wavelengths so that they're not working anymore. So that's why just fiddling with the knobs a little bit fixes things. But
so weird.
But yeah, I'm glad that we have an actual electrician to teach us, like, that's not how it normally happens, but okay.
I'm not an electrician. I'm an electronics engineer. Or electronics technician.
Listen. Tomato.
Look, one of them can work on live voltages in the hundreds of volts. I can do 50.
Obviously this is Tony Stark's doing. Well, speaking of Tony Stark, where is it?
Are we gonna find a dummy Iron Man suit?
No, we're not gonna find a dummy Iron Man suit, but we are going to find something Avengers related. I don't see it. I think it's to the north. I think it's in the north side of the city. Yeah, it's way to the north. Let's just go way to the north then. Let's go to this particular.
Why did they give Peter a dad? A weird.
Drunk dad. They gave him drunk dad. Fun drunk dad, not angry drunk dad.
I mean, often he's angry.
Well, I mean, he's only angry at Peter when Peter does obviously stupid stuff, like disable the tracking stuff in his suit, unlocks all the advanced stuff in his suit that like he's way too young to be unlocking, and going to try and stop these the guys selling alien technology by himself, when the feds could just easily do it, and they were going to do it until Spider-Man showed up and screwed everything up.
Okay, but also his babysitter wouldn't even listen to him about it.
Officers respond. We've got a 10-10 narcotics in progress.
True.
Reported location is Murray Hill.
But I mean, to be fair, Happy is kind of a goofball anyway, so.
Yeah, but then why put a goofball in charge of this clearly very
talented,
gifted child?
That's a question for the ages, isn't it? I'm pretty sure that was one of the this is a decision I'm making on Scotch moves on Tony Stark's part. This is Scotch Tony Stark. Vodka Tony Stark would probably put Pepper Potts in charge of him.
Man, what would he even do under Pepper Potts?
Pepper would be like, listen, Peter, you just need to tell the FBI about this. Just tell the FBI. Peter, just tell the FBI, Peter. Just tell them. Give them an anonymous tip. Peter, tell the FBI. And he would have been like, oh,
so is
okay.
This one of the Avengers buildings?
No, not this one.
Okay.
But,
I think I recognize it.
But in the distance, there it is. There's Avengers Tower.
Avengers Tower. Is that on Ground Zero?
No. Ground Zero is replaced by a different building.
Okay.
I'm not sure if it's because they couldn't get the rights to the Ground Zero Museum, or if because or if because they just wanted to be more respectful. Because from what I hear, a lot of New Yorkers don't actually like the Ground Zero Museum.
Yeah, it's kind of tasteless.
So they do have the new World Trade Center. It looks a little different. Again, probably because they couldn't get the rights to it. I'm not sure what Avengers Tower is replacing.
I mean, it could be replacing just nothing.
It could
Or
be
like-
replacing just nothing.
I don't even know, like, the layout of New York. I know that there's Manhattan.
Yeah, we are in Manhattan. Like this entire game takes place in Manhattan. You can't actually go to any of the other districts.
Like,
or
I don't even know
boroughs,
if
rather.
Brooklyn is in Manhattan.
No, it's not. Brooklyn is its own borough.
Okay.
So there are 5 boroughs. There are Manhattan, which is the one everybody knows. There's Brooklyn, Staten Island, Queens, and a 5th one I am forgetting.
The Battery. That's how it went in the Beastie Boys song. With Brooklyn, Bronx, Queens, Manhattan, from the Battery to the top of... Fuck.
But yes, so
Queens
also
is Staten.
yes, Staten Island is one of the 5 boroughs. 2 of them I think are on. I forget if it's 2 or 3 are on the mainland of it, but I know at least Staten Island and New York are or Staten Island and Manhattan are islands. And I think Queens is on the mainland.
That's how it was.
Oh yeah, the Bronx. The Bronx is there. We go.
Can't believe you could forget about Bronx.
I mean, I remembered Brooklyn. I forgot that there were 2 of them that started with B. Okay,
Everybody remembers Brooklyn because, like,
Mario.
no, because like, half of all the media released in the 90s that took place in New York was about, like, people getting kicked out of rent-controlled apartments in Brooklyn.
We're not gonna pay.
I don't remember that.
That's the first song from Rent.
Oh. Don't. Don't.
Rent,
Don't.
rent.
Don't. Don't.
Need immediate backup for a change in progress.
Don't.
Additional officers report to base, Harlem.
I'm glad that
I'm just
in.
waiting for somebody to come in and quote, what was it? What's the fuzz? Tell me what's happening.
We're not gonna pay rent. Hey, Joel is wise. I see you said something. So Joel is wise. I don't know if you heard this because you didn't reply
pick
right
the
away.
suit.
You can pick which suit you want me to wear. I've allowed that to extend to new followers as well.
Here's your stuff.
So
man.
so if you want, I can give you a look at which suits are available. Spoilers, it's all of the currently available ones.
Our Spider-Man card in New York. Spider Crisis
That's
coming
pretty lit.
through.
Yeah. So and the graphics. Yeah. So which suit do you want me to wear? We've got the advanced suit, which is the new suit of the game. We've got the classic suit. We've got Noir suit, which is from alternate universe. We've got the Scarlet Spider suit, which is from the Clone Saga. Electrically
You got
insulated
the
suit,
shitty
which is
hoodie.
we got electrically insulated suit, which is from when he was fighting Electro one time. We've got the negative suit. We've got the Stark suit, which is from Spider-Man: Homecoming. We've got the Secret War suit, which is what he wore during Secret Wars. We've got the Spider Armor Mark II suit. We've got Spider-Punk. Spider-Punk is my favorite. We've got the Wrestler suit. Look at this shitty little Wrestler suit. This is inspired.
Oh, right. That's from when he was fighting Bonesaw.
No, this is actually different from when he was fighting Bonesaw. This is a different one. This is from Ultimate Spider-Man.
Wait.
We've got the
Why is
Feared
he
Self
in-
suit. We've got the Stealth Big Time suit. We've got the Spider Armor Mark III. We've got Spirit Spider, which is my second favorite one because he's just a skeleton. Well, not even a skeleton. He's a buff skeleton. We've got the Spider Armor Mark IV. We've got the Velocity suit. We've got the Iron Spider suit, which is a different from the original Iron Spider suit, but this is the one from the from Infinity War. We've got Spider-Man 2099, another Spider-Man 2099. We've got the Vintage comic suit, which looks really good. We've got the Last Stand suit. We've got Spider-Man in his underwears. We've got the Homemade suit, which is the suit that he wore in the Marvel Cinematic Universe before he got the actual suit. We've got the Empire State University suit, which is just Spider-Man, which is just like Peter Parker, but wearing a Spider-Man mask. We've got the Anti-Ox suit, which is the suit from the end of the game. And we've got the Dark suit, which is a special suit you unlock for doing a side mission in this game. So, which one did you like? Which one do you want me to wear?
Hey, there's something about the wrestle suit.
Anti-Ox suit.
Oh.
Okay. All right.
The wrestle suit is a fucking turtleneck.
Why
Why would you wear a turtleneck?
wouldn't you wear a turtleneck?
Because only assholes wear turtlenecks.
Listen,
Doesn't
the only
happen.
sweater I own is a turtleneck, and I don't wear it all the time, but man, when I am cold and I don't want to put on a jacket, that turtleneck is super comfy. Don't even at
You
me.
know what? Okay, how dare you not wear a flannel?
I don't own a flannel.
Get a flannel!
I don't own a flannel.
Would you look at
Acquire
that?
flannel.
Half the
Okay.
power's back up already.
When Spider Cop's on the
I've got 2 flannels, and I love them both.
the job gets.
I want it to work.
Nope.
She'd never admit it, but the chief was warming up to Spider Cop. His casual disregard for by-the-book thinking
What?
was a breath of fresh air.
He does this bit
Why
called
is-
Spider Cop.
Someday.
Why is Spider-Man a cop?
He's Spider Cop because he likes working with the cops, and he's Spider-Man. So therefore, he's part man, part spider, part cop, all heart. His words, not mine.
Go to jail. Go to cop jail.
Oh, so you mean paid leave?
Too real.
I better step in.
Be a cop, Spider-Man.
You wanna fight? It's your lucky day.
Hey, the new JoJo is good.
I haven't finished part 4. I've barely started part 4.
You gotta get on part 4. Part 4 is nutso.
By the beatdown?
Part 4 is nutso, and I've liked what I've seen of it so far. I've watched up to it. I've watched up to the episode where they go to the restaurant, and there's like this guy, and he's just like, "Hey, this food is really good for you. Here, drink this water." And then you think it's like the water is killing him, but he's like, "No, wait, man, my tear ducts are great. I feel so refreshed."
Yeah.
And then it's like, and he's like, "Here, eat this spaghetti," and then like his bones start like breaking and cracking. He's like, "Wait, no, like my back feels super good." And it's like all this guy wants to do is help people with his food.
My favorite part about that is that he speaks Japanese with a very Italian accent.
Use Punk Suit 2. It's nice. Okay, like I'll switch to Punk.
Punk to funk.
Yeah, Punk Suit is great. Love the Punk. The Punk suit also has a really good power associated with it. Spider-Man gets a guitar and he leaps up into the air, and power slams down. It's great. Wait, hold on. I can actually show it off. Maybe let's see. It's not as good as the webbing, but let me find it here.
Wouldn't be New York without a seedy drug deal.
Just making a
Spider-Man, you can't both be punk and a cop.
I mean, this is true.
Fisk did keep these wannabe pushers in
It's
check.
literally impossible to be both punk and cop.
Yeah. Just F the cops.
So Spider-Punk has a neat history to it. It was introduced in the Spider-Verse storyline, and it's like one of the few Spider-Men that isn't Peter Parker. It's a black guy, and he lives in a cyberpunk dystopian world, and he uses his spider powers to help fight the mega corporations.
So very not cop.
Yeah, very
is what
not
I'm
cop.
hearing here.
Yeah, no. He fights the cops with both his music and his fists.
Oh, nice.
Calling all
Nice.
units. Armed robbery in progress. Available officers, move in on Manhattanville.
I'm for this
Yeah,
anti-establishment.
I
Spider-Man.
really hope Spider-Punk is the next Spider-Man to get his own miniseries now that Spider-Gwen is done.
So tell me about Spider-Verse.
Spider-Verse was this big thing where a bunch of Spider-Men met up and did some stuff. I don't know. It was apparently it was bad. Apparently it was bad. I never read it, so I wouldn't know.
I know that Gravion has revealed several pages from it that include Japanese Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, the Japanese Spider-Man with Leopardon. Leopardon.
Yeah, he's got his own big robot.
Yeah, it's great.
Arresting Fisk brought all the small timers out of the woodwork.
Criminal and cop, you're pretty lit, dude. Okay.
Cops are coming. I've been on worse terms with them, but
But yes, so I have beaten this game. I've platinumed this game. I'm actually playing on the hardest difficulty so that way I can get even more trophies for this game because I love this game so much. This is such a good game. What I'm really glad about the trophy list for the platinum though is one of the trophies is not locked behind difficulty. So you can get the platinum trophy on the easiest difficulty if you want to just have a chill time playing Spider-Man. The only difficulty related trophy is this new one that they've added, and that's in a separate area where it's not required to get platinums.
Move in on Manhattanville.
Oh, and this game actually has a unusually high platinum rating. Usually around usually most PlayStation 4 exclusives hover around 5%, if that. Spider-Man has a 10% platinum rating, so
every two-bit mugger thinks he's
so
the next Elsa
10% of the
Fisk.
people who have played this game have gone for all of the trophies. And like 15% of the people who have played it have like gotten 100% of all the stuff in all the districts. So
Can Spider-Man swim?
he can swim.
Whoa.
Not very well, but he can.
Revolutionary.
Yeah.
I remember a
Oh, wait.
prototype. If you
In
wanted
fact, I
the water,
can
you
show
could
it
just
off.
jump out of it.
Oh no,
automatically.
this pool's like this pool is so lame. It doesn't even come up to my chest. Who has a waist-high pool? Honestly.
Have you heard of a pool party wherein everybody stands in the pool and has drinks and dances in the pool.
Yeah, but like pools usually go more deeper than chest deep, even in their shallowest areas. So
maybe it's for babies. Have you considered that?
Why would they put a pool for babies on the roof of a building?
They're very responsible parents, okay?
You can go into the river, actually. Well, you can, but, I mean, it's all the way over there.
Eh.
Web bomb.
Look at it this way. If I'd actually let you break in, you'd be going away for a lot longer.
Ding-a, 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 ding-a. Somebody's calling you. Too much money and not enough sense, I guess. Also, Spider-Man has a really good perching. His perch is really good. Oh no, Joe left. I'm guessing that phone call was important. That phone call was so important that he had to leave the call.
Nearest unit approach with caution. Officers, please converge on Longacre.
Oh, come on, fellas. You can't keep ducking income tax like this. I'm losing. Gotta catch up. Just drop me off at the jail. No reason. Curbside service. Gotta shut the...
And put that car down gently. There we go. That was about as gently as you could put down a car.
Like halting an illegal drug deal.
He may be strong, but cars are still very awkward to carry.
Split before the cops get here.
Let's see. Yeah, let's go that way. Oh yeah, that's right. Forgot to show off the tricks.
advised, we have a reported assault in progress. Need additional officers near Sycamore.
Alright, so after I'm done this, I'll go take care of those guys down there. Seems like... Because the last time I played this game, I basically did absolutely everything I could after unlocking it. So, like, I ignored the story as much as possible. So this time, I'll just hurry it up a little bit more. Still gonna unlock all the towers first.
Literally didn't see that coming.
Oh yeah, here's the thing you can do. You can throw objects at guys.
I realize the irony in me saying this, but I hope you've learned not to hit people.
Yeah, see, I saved that lady. Yeah, I'm good. I'm a good one. What is this side quest? Storming the castle. Right, okay. Now that Thug has a cracked skull. Listen, he's still alive. He's just gonna have a headache for a while, that's all. Alright. And is this the last one? I think I'm down to the last couple towers, which is good. I'm sure this is super exciting watching me just swing from tower to tower and doing this.
It's all good, Spidey. Don't worry about it.
Oh no, I still have 2 left. Okay. So there's a story in which Spider-Man gets brainjacked by Dr. Octopus. And basically Dr. Octopus takes over Spider-Man's body, transfers Spider-Man's mind into his own body, which was like old and dying. So now he's young and Spider-Man now. And so there's this part where he's going to fight guys, and then he just punches a guy so hard that he like tears his face off and kills him. And at that moment, Dr. Octopus is like, oh, he's been holding back this whole time. Oh.
We got this, Spider-Man. Thanks anyway.
1182 along the north.
Apparently that storyline is also bad and goes on for way too long, which is pretty much how it goes whenever they try to change the status quo for Spider-Man. Except in the case of Miles Morales, because Miles Morales is the best Spider-Man.
Trinity, over.
We're free, citizens! We recognize your... Take him out! Please tell me your horn plays, Dixie! They're not gonna send us backup? Carjacker delivery! Only way we
Usually there's a quick time event to stop this car, which involves tapping the square button a lot. But I didn't do this. Oh,
More
right.
crooks?
Okay.
This fight's going viral. Gotta give that wheelman props. Manhattan.
I
rush
didn't stop
hour
the
is
car
no
without taking
joke.
damage? Okay, well, whatever. I've got all the upgrades. I don't know why I'm going for the bonus crime token stuff. I think this is the last one. Oh, no way, I know what Joe's doing. He's... No, Green Goblin didn't fuck with them. Green Goblin doesn't exist in this Spider-Man universe.
And that's that. Every crime tower in the city's now repaired.
Pretty good work, right?
Pretty good, yeah.
Good enough that maybe you'd let a certain someone celebrate with us?
Fine, but make it quick.
The odds were long. The danger close. But between Spider Cop's reckless intuition and the Chief's determined planning, they got the job done.
Aw, that's kind of sweet.
A pairing of opposites. Like peanut butter and chocolate, or breakfast for dinner. The two work together.
And we're done. Talk to you later, Spider Cop.
She's coming around, right? Yeah, definitely.
The network is down. The network is down. The network is down. But yeah, Joe had to probably playing multiplayer stuff with Namtab right now, so that's probably where he went off to. Oh, it's gone now. Oh wait, no, there it is again. It keeps appearing and disappearing like magic.
Drug deals and criminals. They go together like cookies and milk. Gotta be honest, not a fan of Big Pharma. Especially back alley Big Pharma.
And that's why Web Blossom's broken.
Spider-Man! I need a minute! Look, I know you've been hacking into our crime system towers.
Wasn't me. I mean, what towers?
I don't mind. In fact, I need your help. I think someone's jamming the system, and they must be using multiple jammers to cover the full frequency range. Could you take a look? If you help, I promise I won't tell anyone you're hacking us.
I prefer to call it sharing, but sure. The jammers emit a signal I can detect. Just need to swing through the financial district and hunt for a signal. Found a signal. Just need to follow it.
Yeah, Green Goblin doesn't exist in this universe of Spider-Man yet.
Fisk's men. This is my shock face.
Spider-Man in my sight, live.
You're supposed to do this a lot more stealthily, but I mean, whatever. I'm good at the game, apparently. I think it's only implied, and I think I'm like reading it wrong. See, look, he gets just webbed to the side of the building. It's fine. It's fine. We didn't murder that man. It's fine.
That jammer's still messing up police. Shoddy workmanship. I just took out a jamming device. That do anything?
No, but like I said, there's probably a bunch of them.
Makes sense. I'll track him down.
For sure, hitting the wall killed
him.
him.
Had anything to do with the system going down in the first place.
Shh. Shh. It's okay.
Huh? They had
It's
a
against
jamming
the
party and
wall.
didn't invite me.
Also, yeah, there are stealth takedowns. Whoop. This is kind of how you're supposed to deal with the last one, but I didn't, because I'm.
Sweet dreams.
Spider-Man took down
Bye, nerd.
Just need to get rid of the
Yeah, I have
jammer.
an upgrade that lets me, if I do a takedown on somebody, I can do a second takedown on a normal mook, which is a normal mook basically equates to anybody who isn't one of those big brute guys, which is good. I love that power up because it essentially gives me a bunch of
This was
takedowns.
the kingpin of crime, but he didn't deal in knockoff fashion. The sooner the system is fixed, the sooner we know what they're planning. Only one jammer left. There are still a few rooftops I haven't tried. Gotta look for.
This one you're not even supposed to stealth up. Like, this is just a straight up fight on this one, no matter how you do it.
Ready now.
Got eyes on Spider-Man. Kick his ass. Think we got him. I see him. Bring it, Fallow Rita. Get down here.
Oh wow, they have
Bring him down already.
they have those things already. Okay. Wonder if that's a difficulty change thing or a new game plus thing.
Fire in the hole.
Now I just need to wreck the jammer. Okay, that's the last of them. The system should be back online.
That thug's neck is now broke. Listen, listen,
Great.
it's
Any
fine.
more info on
We're
Fifth's men
fine.
outfits?
Spider-Man doesn't kill.
Unauthorized activity down by the docks.
He doesn't kill.
I'll check it out. Gotta get to the docks before they escape.
Spider-Man doesn't kill, guys. No, it's fine. He's just sleeping. Upside down. Against the wall with a concussion. He's fine.
Guns. Enough firepower for a small army. Whatever they're planning to do with those, it's nothing good. Gotta find out what those guns are for.
Safe to take him out.
Boring now.
Kind of want to be careful with this particular one. He's
You're in timeout.
out.
After how much these IDs cost, it's got
Spider-Man did this. And he's gonna
Nope, nope,
pay
nope,
for
nope,
it.
nope, nope.
Stand by.
Surprise!
Dano.
Someone needs a nap.
And
Hey.
Now maybe I can figure out what's going on. Guns, prison guard uniforms, and spoofed ID cards. They were planning to bust Fisk out of the raft.
oh no!
Sorry to spoil your prison break, guys.
I'm in an ass kicking. I can't reach him.
Isn't the raft basically a yeah, it's a supermax it's a supermax prison built specifically for like supervillains and stuff. Wilson Fisk actually qualified for raft
Looks like New York's finest
for
have it
raft
from here.
stuff
Everything's clear on my end, too.
in game. Like
Thanks
they
for
thought
the
they were going to be sent
Spider-Man.
to Rikers, which is like, just a
Piggybacking
regular
on it.
maximum
But if you
security.
get caught, you
But
have your own.
I have no idea
Captain
what you're talking
Watanabe
about.
basically
If you'll
said
excuse me, I have
that
to
no,
relieve
no, he
myself
qualifies
from
for the
some
raft.
procedures first.
He's that dangerous. So let's swing over and do this other side quest. This is like one of the rare times I wish that I had the fast travel system unlocked already, but I don't. So it's Arkham Asylum then. Essentially, yes, it's their Arkham Asylum, but it's a lot more secure. Like, it doesn't take like just a clown like to break out of like a literal clown.
Folks, you know I'm not one to promote conspiracy theories, except ones I think are worthy of further discussion, like this one. I heard reports of Spider-Man hovering around radio towers. First, I thought he was sabotaging them, but a far more alarming possibility came to mind. In his misguided delusion that he is protecting us, is he hacking into all our conversations? Business deals, credit card transactions, those personal calls with the wife when you're on a long, lonely book tour. I mean, when one is on a book tour, I wasn't talking about myself. I don't do that sort of thing, and anyone who thinks they have recordings of me doing it is wrong.
So yeah, they just took James into his logical extreme, and he's just basically Alex
Attention
Jones.
all units. Kidnapping reported. Converge on Grand Central. Over.
I'll tune my earpiece to listen for sounds of someone struggling. I'll set my earpiece to focus on muffled voices.
Yeah, kidnappings are typically pretty easy. You find the car that they're in, free them from their car, and it's usually a small
Stretch your
fight
legs.
or car chase or something.
God, thank you. I do not like small spaces. Not again. There they are! This is between me and him, Spider-Man. Get out of here!
More Fox News than Alex Jones. I mean, I guess. I mean, one isn't really necessarily much better than the other. He doesn't work for the Bugle anymore, so there is that.
Thank you.
Like, he retired from the Bugle, I guess found retirement boring, and then decided to work at, like, doing a vlog of some sort. Like, some sort of fucking InfoWars motherfucker deal. But no, I'm saying he is Alex Jones because, like, he discusses conspiracy theories all the time. Like, all the time. He says he doesn't like doing it, but he loves discussing his conspiracy theories. And that is the most Alex Jones
No
thing.
one's injured. Carl crushed that pedestrian if I don't do something. I've got you.
Also, if you want further proof that this is the best outfit for Spider-Man, this is the only outfit that he comments on.
Stay calm.
That he talks about the Spider-Punk outfit. So
Guys who caused this can't be far. They've robbed the stores and crashed into every car on the road, making their getaway.
I need to find whoever caused this wreck before anyone else gets hurt. I'm losing him. Gotta catch up. Hope you've got points left on your licenses, guys. That pile-up was a doozy.
Steady!
Hey, what?
yeah, there we go. And that's how traffic stuff gets handled. Oh look, I just swung by Avengers Tower. So Alex Jones, Mark Brown made a video about how, like, the web swinging in Spider-Man doesn't feel all that great because it's, like, too simple and too, like, it's like, it was such a bad video. Like, I expected better of Mark Brown. Because, like, he was saying how, like, the swinging is very unsatisfying because it's, like, too automatic to feel good. And it's like, are you fucking kidding me, Mark Brown? The web swinging is extremely satisfying. It's like the best web swinging in any Spider-Man game, and you're complaining about
I
it.
noticed a bunch of men armed with rifles over at Belvedere Castle.
Thanks for the heads up, Miss,
Stephanie, let me know if I can help. I'll keep an eye on the activities from up here.
Thanks for the assist, Stephanie. Why would armed men be at Belvedere Castle? Got a hunch they're not tourists.
It was a very disappointing Mark Brown
Fist
video,
man.
and it was
This
like,
isn't good.
usually he does very good stuff, but oh my god, that particular one was just not great. Yeah, he pretty much does want to manually aim every swing. He was like talking about how the swinging in the new like that remake of Bionic Commando was really good, and like how the swinging in some other game where you had to like manually aim the swinging was really good. And he's like, and it's like, but yeah, but that's not the point of this.
Wonder if there's any info I can get from this flash.
Usually I would recommend his stuff. Don't watch that video. It just
Stephanie,
makes me so
a bird
mad.
Stole a flash drive full of evidence. Maybe a pigeon. Is that normal?
It is nesting season, so I'm not surprised. You know, I think there's a nest in the trees just southeast of the castle.
Great, I'll check it out. He's got buddies. Great.
Oh no, we have to chase pigeons.
You dirty sky rats!
Try positive reinforcement. You know, pigeons are actually remarkably intelligent.
Remarkably intelligent, huh? Hey pigeons! Sorry about the dirty sky rats thing. Maybe we can make a deal? Whatever Fisk is paying you in birdseed, I'll double it. Got one. It doesn't have the drive.
Yeah, one of these pigeons has the USB drive. I think it's always the third one you grab.
Fuck this. This is it.
Yep, there we go. It's always the third one you
Back to the
grab.
laptop to see what Fisk's men were up to. Looks like they were uploading a worm to the Central Park Wi-Fi system. This could give them backdoor access
Introduce
to a
owls
ton
to the
of personal
cities.
data.
No!
Come to
God,
think
did you
of it,
not see
even I use this
Futurama?
network.
The owls get so bad that they need owl exterminators.
There must be multiple access points. Stephanie, you're my eyes in the sky. See anything else strange in the park?
I see a pair of horned owls and... Oh, more guys at a nearby junction box.
Thanks. Keep a lookout for anything else.
Where are owl exterminators?
If they can't access the laptop, they can't upload.
Getting too old.
The nice thing about this particular mission is that if somebody's not working at the computer, the timer stops.
I'll get him for you.
Yeah, see, like the timer stops as long as somebody is not on the computer, which is nice. Realistic, even.
Hey, I just noticed 2 other junction boxes being hit. Sending you the location.
Thanks for the heads up. I better get moving. 2 more? I never thought I'd say this. But why does Central Park need such strong Wi-Fi coverage? I thought people came here to get away. There they are. Need to keep them away from that box. You're just not very observant.
Heads up! I see him!
See, since there's 2 here, then that guy not working on it doesn't really make much of a difference because there's 2 of them.
Only 1 more to go.
If we come over here and disrupt this guy working at the computer,
Got eyes on Spider-Man.
then we're good. No more timer. Bought myself a little time. Oop. Please do not speak to me of burbs. I just had to dispose of a cardinal corpse at work today. Also, hello, I am here for the Spider Demand. Well, congratulations. The Spider Demand is here for
Oh
you.
no. Are you sure?
Pretty sure. Armed men just arrived.
Lock the roof
And
entrance
Wazen,
hold
if
tight.
you want to
I'm on my
donate
way.
some bits or like a little bit of money or maybe subscribe, then
Stephanie
you can
before
choose
Fisk
the
made me.
outfit that we can
wouldn't be
wear.
involved if
I
you
have
weren't
all
for
of them
me.
unlocked, so it's fine. You can just, if you want Spider-Man to swing around in his undies, then go for it.
Open up!
Nearly there.
Split up and find the girl with the binoculars. Spider! Take him out! And toss the girl over the edge. There you are!
Can't donate. Don't even have like a couple bits? Like even if you have like 1 bit, that's enough for me to be like, yeah, that's the most recent donation. There we go. That's it. There's a little like diamond thing that you can get. You can also watch ads. Like you can watch ads for money or for bits, and then you can give those bits to me. Unless you.
Thank you, Spider-Man.
Like there's like a little diamond thing, and it should tell you like
Hey, thank you.
like you have X amount of bits, and
an
then
incarcerated crime boss from harvesting half the city's personal data.
Not too shabby, huh? Plus, I found a nest of red-breasted nuthatches when you triple kicked that guy in the face.
I mean, if you can't, then that's fine. I was just letting you know.
You want to check him out?
Thanks, but I think I'll focus on jailbirds for now.
Jailbirds! Ha! Jokes! Anyway, how you doing, Wazen? Alright, I think that's all the side missions I have access to. So let's do the story! Let's continue on with the story. Story time!
Folks, you've heard me express grave concern about the risk to civil liberties posed by the police department's crime system and their omnipresent towers. But at least the intention is to stop crimes. Now, recently, Spider-Man has been seen tampering with these very towers, and it's reasonable that my loyal listeners suspect he is disabling the towers so he can commit his unlawful misdeeds with impunity. But Spider-Man is not your ordinary run-of-the-mill menace. Oh, he's a 12th level Kung Fu master, 50 moves ahead menace, which is why I think he's actually hacking into these towers to spy on you and me. Your only defense.
Did you know that, Jameson is an allegory for the Comics Code Authority?
By listening to me every waking moment.
Officers respond. We've got a 10-10 narcotics in progress.
Told you.
In the Garment District.
I told you he's gone full Alex Jones in this game.
Did I start on you? Gotta be honest, not a fan of Big Pharma, especially back alley Big Pharma. Huh. Fisk did keep these wannabe pushers in check. Wait a minute, what's that feeling? Do I miss him? No. Gotta split before the cops get...
Yeah, in other iterations, he's basically Fox News. But in this game, he's gone full Alex Jones. Spider-Man put spiders in the water to turn the frickin' frogs gay. I've been playing too much L.A. Noire because I was just running into that door expecting it to open.
Time to sneak in some spider work.
Time to do some spider work.
We're trying to improve the prosthetics hardware.
But yeah, here's the
Review what Doc's been developing. And
here are the
double-check
like
his
little
work.
bonus puzzles that you can do for like extra experience and extra research points, which is another kind of collectible. I don't need to do them because I've unlocked everything, unless there's new stuff. Lock? Doesn't look like it. It looks like I've gotten everything. Yeah.
Graduation. Feels so long ago. I interned for Doc in college. He made me realize I could do as much good for the world in a lab coat as I could in tights. Maybe more.
Let's look around a little bit, actually. Let's look around. Because there's some stuff here that we can get now.
Today's the day. Grant review. We're ready. The work has progressed at a remarkable pace. I honestly never thought we'd get the tensile actuator back to an acceptable tolerance. But Parker, the boy has an eye for guerrilla science like none other. Just as I was ready to order a custom machine replacement part, he returned from the hardware store with a bottle of solvent and a toothbrush. Bang! Actuator problem resolved. The boy is a genius. A chronically late genius. It's already 10 after. Where is he? Surely he couldn't have forgotten today's review.
Sorry I let you down, Doc.
Peter, thank you again for doing these blind reviews. Peer review is the backbone of great science. You know, as we've prepped for the upcoming fitting, I felt an itch in the back of my brain. Is this really the best method of limb replacement? Silly, I know, but I keep thinking, might there be another way?
Oh no. Keep expecting pace.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man! There's the spider demands everywhere.
He's got a radio. There's
Yeah,
a
he's got
boombox.
Yeah, it's a boombox
Somebody has it,
radio. It's a combination thing. It could be more than one thing. Let's play with the arm again. Hey everybody, hello, I'm Army.
An army of one. I see
another
chessboard.
The Grant review was a debacle, yes. But it
he did have a chessboard. I should go check to see who's winning. Spoiler alert, I have no idea. Like, just by telling at a glance who's winning in a chess game.
Maybe, unless one side is a king and the other side is like 5-10 pieces or something, then.
Yeah, pretty much.
Then it's usually fairly obvious.
Where is the chessboard?
Oh, it was near the boom. It was like on the other side of the rack where the boombox was.
Oh, okay.
Like I could see it through the boombox rack.
Oh yeah, there it is. I see it. Okay. Let's take a look here. There's not nearly enough pieces on there to be an actual chess game. Hold on. What? What even is this chess game? There's not enough pawns. There's no knight. There's one knight. What the fuck even is this?
He's still trying to play. He's lost some of the pieces, but he's still trying to play chess.
Oh! Wazin, thank you for the bit. So you're choosing the wrestling suit, huh? All right, wrestler suit. There we go. I mean, not that it matters much right now. Oh, you could have asked. You could have asked which suits there were. You could have taken a look.
He's got just a nice sort of sweater and jeans combo, which is a bit odd for Spider-Man. But there you go.
Yeah, that's the suit, the wrestling suit from Ultimate Spider-Man. He just had to make it really quick at home.
Parker.
And then he just shows up. And he just shows up in his Spider-Man outfit later on, and it's like, how?
If I know you'd be here.
How?
What are you working on?
Wait, no. What happens is the wrestling place gives him a new suit, and he's like, yeah, I can sew some webs onto this. And then you get the idea that maybe he knows how to make his own costumes, and he's too poor to do it, because then he, like, the next time you see it, he has webs on it. But then, like, later issues are like, ah, man, I have no idea how to sew or alter clothes.
I was afraid that if word got out, my family might be in danger.
Yes. I guess if you design his equipment, you're bound to be a target too.
Oh, god damn it.
Yeah.
I was waiting for the obvious thing where he didn't realize, where it was like, of course it's you. You're not Spider-Man, you just know the guy. Or something. Rather than actually going, well.
Yep.
That should do it.
It is true, Peter Parker does technically design the clothes for Spider-Man.
I mean, technically, Otto is right. He is 100% correct. He does design Spider-Man's equipment.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot that this part's in cuts in. Wait, they skipped a cutscene where, like, where it's revealed that he's helping, that like Otto pretty much has a thing on Peter's email saying, like, hey, here's some new suit specs that I can design for you, for your friend Spider-Man. I think these might help a lot in your fight against crime with him. And then you design the new suit, and it's like, oh, cool. And then you show off the new suit, but I mean, we're playing as a wrestler right now, so.
How Fisk's men are keeping his rackets running. Construction sites.
Wasn't that shut down when he was arrested?
No, it's one of his legitimate businesses. Multiple investors. We can't act without.
Some of those swinging arcs are making me very nervous about you hitting the ground with a splat.
Oh, you can't.
If you see anything suspicious.
You literally cannot. Watch, I will show that off right now. If you just dive, then whoop, he just rolls right out of it.
Okay.
Yeah, the game's very nice about making sure Peter Parker does not become a spider smush on. Oh yeah, and there's also another thing here where, like, it shows up, like, Otto goes like, hey, I helped create these new kinds of web shooters for you. Maybe try them out. And then you create them, and then there you go.
Doc would be proud.
Uh-huh.
Spider-Man finally won. It ain't over till it's over. Oh, I know.
He's being very helpful, is Otto.
Yeah.
Here.
I thought the boss killed him that one time.
This is presumably before he becomes crazy.
Yeah, this is before he becomes crazy.
Uh-huh.
Oh, it's a danger to get him. It's safe to get him. Okay.
Nap time.
Now it's safe to get this guy.
Nap time. Oh yeah, he was being watched by the other man.
Yep.
So.
Oh, I've never seen that stealth takedown before. What? That was cool.
You sort of kicked him in the hamstring.
Yep. Danger.
Fisk.
Okay, so I can't take him down.
This company is owned by a children's sci-fi writer.
What?
Nicholas
no,
Fisk.
it's Wilson Fisk, aka the Kingpin.
All right. I vaguely remember the Kingpin. I did not know his real name, so there we are.
Send some guys. All of a sudden, ain't
Alright, so now we've got the fight starting in earnest. Okay, so let's just...
Stringed hams.
Stringed hams.
Downstate New. Ooh, I suppose we're in downstate New York at the moment.
Yeah. Really? Because I'm from Utica, and I've never heard the frame steamed hams.
Oh no, it's an Albany expression. Oh, no, not in Utica, it's an Albany expression.
I see.
Gun running. Let's see what I can
You know, these hamburgers are a lot like the ones they serve at Krusty Burger.
Oh no, patented Skinner Burgers, old family recipe.
Or steamed hams. Yes. And you call them steamed hams to fight the fact that they are obviously grilled.
Yeah, you know one thing. Excuse me 1 second.
Oh, of course.
Etc. etc. etc.
Tamar, the house is on fire! No, mother, it's just the Northern Lights. Help!
Just when we thought we'd got rid of steamed hams, they pulled us back in.
Dang, looks like they called their buddies.
To be fair, I pulled you back in because I've been quoting steamed hams since before it was a meme. It was a meme in my house. It was a meme in my house before it was a meme on the internet, and I was so glad, so glad it became a meme on the internet because I'm like, yes, finally, now everybody else knows about this great skit.
Now is your chance to be cool.
You know, I was into this meme before. It was cool. Like a fucking meme hipster.
Steamed hips. I wonder if anyone's actually tried steaming some hams since
the incident of
since
steamed
the
hams.
explosion. I just got a ham and steamed it. That's presumably a thing you could do in a kitchen, right? Steam something.
It is.
What if you steamed a ham?
Steamed hams.
Well, except of course it's not ham. It's hamburgers, isn't it? It's not. It's not.
Yeah,
actual.
it's not an actual ham.
No. Which is part of the problem.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot to show off what the rocket launcher rockets say. Okay, so we go into photo mode real quick and take a look at this this rocket right here. It gives its specs, including saying guaranteed to kill spiders. Okay. Ugh! Woo! That was a dangerous thing I just did trying to show that off.
But what this clearly shows is that they should really call up the people who made that rocket and say, look.
Well, I mean, just because it didn't hit me doesn't mean it. Just because I'm pretty sure it would have killed me by giving it a chance to hit me, but I didn't. So, you know.
I'm sure that's the lawyers for the firm's argument. That's what's there.
Well, see, it technically didn't hit him, so I mean, like, how do you know it didn't kill spiders?
Really, they should have probably used an aerosol or something against you.
Place is locked down, Captain. Actually, webbed down.
And someone finally reported shots fired, so I've got officers inbound.
Hooray.
Good work. Fisk has more construction sites throughout the city.
It's Commissioner Gordon, except not Commissioner Gordon.
Nope.
Similar role, presumably.
Yes.
If I'm gonna find all of Fisk's construction sites, I should recalibrate my mapping software to be more accurate. Using a depth map post-process on photos of popular landmarks should do it.
Oh, that's right. Now we're gonna find one of the other collectibles of the game. So that way we can. They're introducing us to one collectible of the game, so that way they can introduce us to yet another collectible of the game. Yo,
so
dog!
Not only does he have...
Yo, dog, I heard you like collectibles. So check this out. I put a collectible in your collectible so you can collect while you collect.
Uh-huh. So Wasm is explaining that not only does Peter Parker have the proportional strength of a spider, he also has the proportional strength of a man.
This is true.
He is both spider and man. All the strengths of both and none of the weaknesses.
Man, I love this town.
Truly terrifying.
Time to grab a snapshot of the Empire State Building. Let's see.
That'll do it. Map should be recalibrated now.
Just slightly off center.
Just one landmark was enough to recalibrate the entire map.
For more landmarks to shoot.
Really, you should have 3.
Yeah, but I mean,
do triangulating.
So you know, these are fun collectibles. There's a cool there's a few cool like
Huh, it's Mr. Lee.
Whatchamacallit, like Easter eggy ones. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do these because they're easy to do and they're fun and they're funny.
Oh, sure thing. Just let me know when you're ready and I'll swing by.
Great. Talk to you soon.
Oh, and another thing that they did
Okay, got some time
was
let's see what's happening out in the city.
Another thing they did was they recorded Peter saying his lines multiple times, depending if you're swinging or sitting still. So if you're swinging around, you get the lines where he's like exerting more like effort into speaking, and if you're standing still, he's just like talking normal.
All units be advised. Break-in reported in progress. Additional
Triangle.
requested near Flatiron.
Ah, the Flatiron.
It's the Flatiron building, yeah.
Yeah.
That building is.
I just couldn't remember its name, but I know there's. Yeah, but this is triangular building. Yeah. Okay.
JJJ retired from the Bugle, who runs it now. They never really bring it up. Like all they say is like, hey, Jameson's retired, and now he's running a conspiracy Alex Jones vlog thing.
We're back on track.
Oh no.
It's great. It's honestly, Jameson's one of my favorite parts of this entire game. Because his intern is super duper awful at like screening the phone calls. So he'll like every once in all the time, is pretty much all the time, he gets people who are like, hey, Spider-Man's awesome actually, and you suck. And he's like, okay, look, we're going to commercial.
Huh.
Hi, Mr. Lee.
You are literally the only person in this city who does not actually like this.
After a while, like things start going bad, so you get people who are like, yeah, Spider-Man sucks actually, and then because you know it's Spider-Man, nobody can like him for forever. For some reason, he's a menace. He's a Dennis the Menace to society.
But which Dennis the Menace?
The one starring Christopher Lloyd.
I don't know that one.
It was a Oh, that's right. There were 2 Dennis the Menaces, weren't there? There were 2
well, there's
different.
a UK Dennis and there's a US Dennis.
Okay, so the U.S. Dennis the Menace had a movie made after it about him. And the bad guy was starred by Christopher Lloyd.
Ah. Fair enough.
Yeah.
I don't know if UK Dennis. I think UK I did have a VHS tape when I was younger that was like the Beano VHS tape. It was just like a collection of cartoons based off the Beano comics. So that.
Pardon me.
Presumably Dennis the Menace featured heavily in that, but this was a long time ago. And
Yeah. So I think this statue is the incorrect statue for this park. Like I've watched a lot of videos on the internet, like saying just how accurate is Spider-Man into New York. The answer is fairly accurate, but they had to get they had to change some things due to like it being in-universe version of the city. The most notable part of their version of Manhattan, though, is that Manhattan ends around Harlem and doesn't go any further north than that. So Central Park ends up being more like 3/4 of the way up Park.
Empire State University, the old alma mater.
But like I hear aside from little things like that, aside from little things like having to add buildings that clearly don't exist and having to change some buildings that they couldn't get the rights to, that the representation of New York is fairly, like, it's accurate enough.
That's a holdup. Oh, it is
Good enough.
You know, it's close enough. It's close enough for what they want to do.
Yeah. It's got the Empire State Building in it.
Yeah, it's got the Empire State Building. It's got a version of the new World Trade Center building that looks fairly normal. That looks fairly similar to it. It's actually closer to the original design of it than it was to the now design, which might make sense considering that I think the game was in development before the building was completed, and so things, well, not in development, but like I think maybe they couldn't just get the rights to use the actual building. Oh, speaking of buildings that they had to add that don't exist in the real world, here's the Sanctum Sanctorum.
Cool window, but I always get the feeling something strange is going on in that place.
It's Doctor Strange's house.
Okay. I see. Is the Ghostbusters firehouse in here?
Oh, the Ghostbusters firehouse is in here. It's not a landmark. Let me find out where it is real quick.
I just had to ask, you know.
No. There is a cool little Easter egg that acknowledges it. Hold on.
Oh.
Give me a second. I can find it.
Wazen says, no comic-based video game depiction of New York will ever be perfect, in my opinion, because none of them will ever depict stroke call attention to the most important thing. That time, Daredevil lost a fight with a slightly possessed vacuum
that's what I was laughing pretty hard about.
Oh, I see. Okay, I see. Oh, right. I thought you were just really laughing at the idea of the Ghostbusters firehouse.
No. Give me a second.
Fair.
Okay, so it is. Okay, it's around.
Well, put it this: if it's a more accurate depiction of New York than Unova in Pokemon Black, White, etc., then it's doing all right. So that's not bad.
That's kind of not hard to do. Oh shit! Okay, hold on. Let me take care of this car chase real quick. And then...
Don't make us use them. We're trying to be polite over here.
Please tell me your horn plays, Dixie. Here's your stuff.
There we go.
More of them? Guys,
you stopped the car.
I stopped the car without taking damage even. Is good.
Well done.
That's like a side thing that you can do.
That's it, huh? I've had worse commutes.
All
They'll
right,
have glazed
now
on the
let's go to the Ghostbusters firehouse, which is around here. Oh, it's right there. I put my marker right almost on top of it. So
Hooray!
here, so yeah, here's the firehouse. So in real life, I've seen this firehouse,
Hi, Mr. Muggins.
and
If this is
while
not
you
the
can't
last-
go inside it, this door, this red door right here, is usually open, and inside there you can see the sign from Ghostbusters 2. Like they had like the Ghostbusters 2, like the ghost in there, and you can see it and take pictures of it pretty easily. And then in this game, in the in-game one, if we come around to the back here, there's a little ghost pin on the back.
Haha, nice.
Yeah. So they acknowledge the fact that it is a Ghostbusters thing. It's not exactly Slimer, but I'm pretty sure the rights to Slimer are pretty expensive, and they already spent a boatload of money getting the rights to a bunch of other stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of spending a boatload of money on getting the rights to other stuff, there's something else down this way I want to show off real quick. So, on Wall Street, there's a pretty famous statue of a bronze bull. Like that's the thing in Wall Street, is that there's a bronze bull. And it's fairly large. I've been there. I've seen it, and they could not get the rights to the bronze bull. I think originally they were trying to, but something fell through, and they couldn't get it for one reason or another. So instead, they replaced it with something else, and if I can find... Okay, it's right over here. Nope. Something even better. Somewhere around here. Ah, here it is. They replaced it with a life-size bronze statue of everybody's favorite teleporting dog, Lockjaw. And guess what? Like, you can take it, and he's one of the secret photos in the game. There are 50 secret photos. Oh, and that's right. Here we go.
Masterpiece.
Oh, he was telling me about one of the backpacks. Oh, that's right. I forgot to show off this part of the game. So you can walk around down here with the people in New York, and if you push the punch button, you say hello to the people.
Huh. That's nice.
And you give them finger guns. And if you walk around for a while, like I tried doing this the last time I streamed this game. If you walk around for a while, you can find people who are who want to give you high fives or take selfies with you.
That's cool.
Yeah. Oh, there's a crime though. I'm gonna go stop that crime.
Spider-Man's a hero. He doesn't punch innocent people. He just says hi to them.
Yeah, I'm just glad that there's a dedicated finger guns button in this game. Okay.
Dedicated finger. Fair enough. Spider-Man says you're pretty good.
You're pretty good, Snake.
Pro tip: if you're not good at breaking or entering, maybe don't pull a B&E.
Let's see. Let's see if I can. Let's see if the people of New York will once again leave Spider-Man hanging. Oh! Yes! I got it! Woohoo! High five! High five from Spider-Man! Yay! It happened this time. I'm happy. Last time I wandered around the streets of New York for like half an hour, being like, "Why won't anybody give me a high five?" But it happened, so there we go. All right, and then let me show off the building that has replaced the not the Empire State Building. Has replaced the Freedom Tower, is what they call it.
Is it that triangle thing over there?
Yeah, it's a triangle. No, it's not. I don't think it's a triangle thing.
It's got a triangle top.
It does have a triangle top, yes. So here it is. I'm pretty sure this is the tallest building in the game. Which makes sense, because it's also the tallest building in New York. I'm surprised they didn't make one of their fictional buildings a little bit taller, just to be like, haha. But here we are.
Haha. Our fictional building is very tall.
Yes. So, while they don't reference, so while the real Freedom Tower is not in the game, also Spider-Man is bending his leg very oddly there. Wow, wow, that's like a noodle. So while it's not in the game, while it's not in the game, you can find occasionally there will be a tour bus around here, and it talks about the September 11th attacks and how this.
Don't like me. Did you web that backpack to my building?
You did the right thing telling me.
Okay, I'm gonna go get this backpack that everybody keeps lovingly telling me about.
My building.
Somewhere around here. Here it is.
My loyal listeners, brushheads they call themselves, though never quite understood why, will remember my warnings about the downright Orwellian crime monitoring system the city was installing. Well, it's not operating. Why, you ask? Because someone came to their senses and realized they'd be violating civil liberties? Wrong! Because those incompetent bureaucrats built a network that crashes more often than a wino driving a bumper car. So your tax dollars got wasted, and there's nothing to show for it. Which is about as close as you get to a happy ending in the real world, kids.
Alright, so let's take a look at this collectible I just collected, because they all have like a couple sentences associated with them. Backpacks. Wheat cake recipe!
Aunt May's recipe for wheat cakes. I could never make it work on my own.
Why did you just leave that lying around on a building?
I mean, there's a bunch of different collectibles. Let's see. What else can we do? Let's just keep doing some,
We haven't seen the Chrysler building yet. We could go to the Chrysler building.
Ooh, we could go to the Chrysler building. I forget where in New York that is. I know it exists in the game. I know it's not far enough north that it got cut off with the rest of northern Manhattan. Ooh, Castlevania Season 2 comes out in 6 days? Hell yes. You know what else comes out in like 6 days? Red Dead Redemption 2, the DLC to this game.
Love it.
Oh, this is City Hall.
Building. Huh. That's
didn't
probably
realize-
that's probably not the best photo you could take of City Hall, but it's a photo.
I mean, it doesn't really matter. Or like, they're not for the Bugle. Is this the Smithsonian? No, the Smithsonian I don't think is in this game. I don't think they could get the rights to the Smithsonian. I think they replaced the Smithsonian with something else. Either replace the Smithsonian or the Met.
I thought the Smithsonian was in DC, or am I confused?
There's a couple different Smithsonians.
That's true. There are a lot of them. I do know.
Yeah, one of them is in DC, one of them is in New York, and I will say that the one in New York is a little more impressive. But I also live close enough to Washington DC that I've been to their Smithsonian a couple times, so I'm guessing the wow factor was a little dulled for me going there a lot.
Perfect.
Trinity Church. Oh, Battery Park. Oh, it's Battery Park where I can take this picture of the Statue of Liberty. I think she's south. Yeah, she's over this way. No, she's not. No, that's not her.
Hey.
This is where they keep the batteries.
Yeah, that's exactly it. We found the batteries, guys.
Spider emergency.
Alright.
Oh, we can go take some pictures of a couple bridges. I don't think that's the Brooklyn Bridge. I think that's some other bridge. I know the Brooklyn Bridge is in here, though. I just don't think that's the one that we're going to take a picture of right now.
Well, we got the Skyro Bridge and the Charizard Bridge.
Oh no, that is the Brooklyn Bridge. Okay. Apparently there's a facsimile of the Staten Island ferry somewhere around, like, going around in the waters, but it goes the wrong way. It's going the wrong direction. Like I said, I've watched a lot of videos about how accurate Spider-Man's New York is, and somebody's like, yeah, you can see
Forgot how much
there it is, right there. You can see something that looks a little bit like the Staten Island ferry, but it's going the wrong way. Wah, wah.
Oh no.
Once again, I think they just couldn't afford the rights to it. Essentially anything where I'm thinking
to
like...
avoid copyright, they made the ferry go the wrong way.
Well, part of it's that, and part of it's like, you know, it doesn't look exactly like a one-to-one thing of it.
The cunning plan, though, making it damage control HQ.
Yeah, that's where when aliens invade and shit, things get cleaned up.
Do an important job.
Mm-hmm. That's the municipal building. Okay. Here's another backpack. Science trophy!
The Wilson Fisk Science Prize trophy.
Science.
Check. I couldn't turn it down without arousing suspicion, but no way was I going to take his money, even though we could have used it. I did accept the lifetime supply of backpacks, though.
And that's why there's so many backpacks as collectibles. I love that explanation! I just love the idea of every week Peter going like, hey, Fisk Corporation, yeah, I lost another backpack. And they're like, what the fuck is up with this kid?
How are you losing them? You're sort of sticking them to the ceiling.
Hmm?
He's like, I don't know. It's not so much losing it, you just stuck this backpack to the ceiling with something random.
Oh, it's because he like stuck them there like years ago and forgot about it.
Oh, okay. It still begs the question of why you were sticking things to the ceiling in the first place.
I don't know, when you're a high school kid and you're in a hurry and like, you know, you're on your way to school, but guess what? There's a robbery going on. It's like, well, guess I better stick this to the ceiling and run and stop that robbery. And oh no, now the vulture's attacking me.
And then you completely forget about the backpack. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now for listener emails. May from Queens writes, "You're so full of anger."
Oh, I'm pretty sure this May from Queens is our Aunt May. Because that sounds like a thing that she would say about Jameson, is that he's full of anger and stuff. And Peter and his family are from Queens, so there we go.
I'm not full of anger, I'm full of love.
And I want it to be better. What you hear in my voice is love. Nothing but love.
Is the Latvian embassy in this game? No, but there is the Wakandan embassy somewhere. Give me a second, I can find that.
Doom's house.
Aston Square Garden, Bugle HQ, Alias Investigations, Josie's Bar, Fogwell's Gym, Library, Central. Oh, and there's also the Symkarian embassy. Symkaria being the place that Silver Sable is from. She is the princess of Symkaria. So we'll go to the Symkarian embassy real quick, then I'll go try and find the Wakandan embassy for you guys. But I don't believe the Latervian embassy is in here. As far as I remember, there's only 2 embassies, and it's Latervian and Wakandan.
Beware of low-flying spiders.
So there is talks that this is the beginnings of a Marvel video game universe.
Oh.
Reed Richards must have done something to make it vanish, obviously. Yeah, that I wouldn't put it past Reed Richards. Reed Richards is pretty much evil as fucking most universes.
And that's why Jonah paid me the beat.
Oh, and the Syncarian embassy is actually the Chrysler building. I know! I just took a picture of the Chrysler building from behind me. Okay, well, here's the Chrysler building. I found it.
Let's just roll up that.
Yeah, let's just run up it.
Let's run straight up.
And here's the glass top. At least I think it's
Hey.
glass. I'm pretty sure it's glass.
There's
So
that
where's...
record-breaking spike.
Yep. United Nations. Wakanda Embassy. It's right over there. Oh, hey, it's right down there.
This is where all the embassies live.
To be fair, the United Nations is around here too, so... And here's the Wakandan Embassy.
Logical.
I wonder if King T'Challa got his powers from being bitten by a radioactive panther. Dude's tough, but that'd still probably hurt.
Oh, that's right. I forgot that that T'Challa is just basically like, yeah, no, like I'm the king, but I'm also a superhero. Deal with it, nerds. I forgot that it's not a secret identity at all. I think this is the United Nations building. Yeah, here's the United Nations building. There's a backpack there.
Officers respond. We have a kidnapping in progress. Officers needed near
Where
Turtle
is
Bay.
it?
I'll set
Down
my
there?
earpiece to
But, like,
focus on
what?
muffled voices.
Hold on. Oh, okay, there must be like... Oh, okay. Got it now.
Not much to go on, but the kidnapping victim... Almost forgot I bought this snow globe for Aunt May. I think I get my love for the city from her.
Yeah. And I have said multiple times that if I could afford to live there comfortably, I would move to New York in a heartbeat.
It seems like a heck of a place.
It's such a cool city. I've been there a couple times and I love it every time.
Thank you. Man, there they are. Get him, Spidey.
Just a guy imprisoned in the back of it in the trunk.
Yeah.
Back away from the human collateral, Spider-Man. How did they know that? They were around the corner. They did not see you.
Yeah, no.
Free that man. Also, hello, Ape.
What's up?
Hey.
Know you were streaming this?
Yeah. I did.
I was, when?
In
It was a while
Streaming
back.
Sally's, or no, in Endorsement Enids, excuse me. I
don't
forgot.
check.
To be fair, I just saw Colin was in the stream channel and was like,
Yeah,
oh,
I
I
popped
wonder
in.
what Colin's
That's
up to.
Same thing. I saw that you were streaming. Looks like you've been
Yep.
streaming for a while, huh?
Yeah, I've been streaming for about 2.5 hours now. A little over.
Cool.
I've
been I'm playing through Red Dead Redemption preparation,
Guy in a trunk.
and that still holds up pretty well. GTA 4 with Cowboys, but still very fun.
yeah.
I think I've also figured out how Red Dead 2 is going to end.
Isn't Red Dead Redemption 2 basically going to end with the beginning of Red Dead Revolver?
No, I don't think those are actually
I think Red Dead Revolver is kind of like it's like BioShock and Shock.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. But, okay, so in Red Dead Redemption 2, or Red Dead Redemption, there are pretty constant references to a massacre that occurs in 1999 in Blackwater, where a bunch of outlaws get in a massive shootout with the marshals and stuff.
Yeah.
Very vague in the game. Says a lot of shit happened. The police are kind of covering it up or something. It starts off a lot of shit. What?
So you're thinking that that's how it's going to end with that massacre?
Yeah, I'll pull this car over right now.
Seeing as Red Dead Redemption 2 is also taking place. So that's my bet. Yeah, still very fun game.
I have played maybe an hour of it.
Social circle.
It's worth going back just so I'm sure there'll be people that pop up. Like I'm sure Herbert Moon will show up in some form. Probably Irish.
Probably.
Seth will probably be around some.
So Ape, I didn't know when they released New Game Plus for this game, they also included a harder difficulty. So
yes.
Guess what I'm playing on?
So I heard that they changed you have to beat the game on ultimate difficulty in order to get the platinum.
No, it's here. I'll show you. So the way DLC stuff is done is they've separated it. So it's its own little separate bit of trophies. So you don't have to beat ultimate difficulty in order to it's just a silver. You don't have to beat ultimate difficulty to earn the platinum. Just like you don't have to do any of the stuff in the heist, which has the trophies here for some reason. Hey, guess what? Screwball's back. That's about all I know about the DLC is that Screwball's coming back.
That you're using that theme.
Yes.
As I warned, no
pretty good.
So there's one amazing great thing about replaying this game on New Game Plus is that all the J. Jonah Jameson bits are coming back and I get to hear them all over again. Because he is literally the best part of this game. Why is there even an option to turn him off?
I don't know. They hit the Alex Jones nail a little too close on the head. Personally, at some point I just got disgusted.
Oh,
I'm just watching the Jameson's captions. Sorry.
Yeah, no, it's good. So speaking of hitting the nail too close to the head, when I was streaming earlier, Joe was here, and Spider-Man was doing his Spider Cop bit, and I was wearing the punk costume, and he's like, "You should go to cop jail." So I say, "Oh, so you mean paid leave?" And he's like, "Too real."
Hey.
Oh, jeez, I didn't realize how close to death I was for a second. Oh, jeez. Stop shooting me!
Please.
You know what's fun? Is whipping a dude onto a car door. And you can throw the car door with the dude still on it.
You can web a guy to a truck, and then the truck will explode. But he's not dead. He's not dead. Spider-Man doesn't kill guys.
He just gets up and
No,
goes
tie
like,
them
well,
up,
that was...
leave them for dead. Away! I'm Spider-Man, best hero ever.
Oh, 3 out of 4 citizens rescue. Shit. Okay. Who else is here? Oh, it's over here. All right.
Is trying to web as many dudes and just like in the same area as possible, so they all kind of overlap each other.
Oh, God, let me see. Let me see if I have that in my capture picture in my capture gallery. Give me a second. Here we are, Marvel Spider-Man. Yes, all.
That cat just shot rainbows from its eyes.
Fucking Banksy, guys! I found Banksy.
Huh?
No. I mean overlap. I mean web them so that they're on top of each other. So
Yeah.
you get like a Vitruvian Man kind of situation.
Also, there's this one I did. The photo mode in this game is really good.
This is J. Jonah Jameson.
Took a screenshot of that screen.
Yeah, I was trying to share it, and then I shared it wrong, and then I accidentally ended up taking a screenshot of the screenshot.
Is that Thumper that I see there? What is that? Next to Spider-Man, was that Thumper?
You mean Lockjaw?
No. Game.
Multiply square.
What's that?
Oh, Thumper, yeah, I have Thumper.
Is that any good?
It's pretty good, yeah. I'm bad at rhythm games, so I'm bad at it, but I had fun with with like the limit that I could do before being like, okay, this is a bit much for me.
Why is there a video game about the rabbit from Bambi?
That's what I was very confused about, and I was like, wait, what? No, it's Thumper's like a rhythm game where you start like this bug ship, and you like to bounce along like rails and stuff and
It's like
not
a rhythm
die.
horror game thing.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Supposedly, it's really unsettling to actually play.
It kind of is.
Uses sound very effectively.
Yes.
It's like if Silent Hill was a rhythm.
Don't know why Rockefeller Center. I know Rockefeller Center is always frozen. That's right. It's just most popular in the winter. And this has changed since the whatchamacallit, the teaser trailer. Oh hey, I got a handshake from a guy. This has changed since the teaser trailer. In the teaser trailer, it doesn't say welcomes Broflakes. It said it was starring DJ Quark featuring RNC.
Huh.
And that was the Ratchet and Clank reference. But it no longer exists, unfortunately.
So, correct me if I'm wrong, Caleb. But wasn't the whole point of Iron Fist? Wasn't the whole point of waiting for New Game Plus so you wouldn't have to do all the collection shit?
I mean, I'm doing the backpacks and I'm doing the landmarks because those are. I mean, I'm doing the landmarks as I'm coming to them, but the backpacks have like cool little Easter eggs in them that I want to show off. Basically, all the other stuff I'm going to ignore.
He's doing the fun collections, I suppose is what he's aiming for. You could do some skateboard tricks in this thing.
Would have paid more than what I'm doing now.
Yeah, I'm
Do
basically
a skateboard trick before you fall out and break every bone. Even the little ones in your ears.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Because you be paid.
I don't think I've ever seen St. Patrick's Cathedral in real life. If I have, then I don't remember seeing it.
Nice mid-air photo there.
I've never seen Cathedral. I'm a fan of his day, though. Very fun day.
Whoa, who's that new follow? Who's that new follow?
So here's a fun fact about
Nightfort145. Nightfort145, congratulations. Since you are a new follow, you may choose which Spider-Man outfit I can wear. So if you already know which ones there are in the game, you can just go ahead and tell me. If not, just let me know if you want to take a look at them so that way you can see which ones. But yeah, if you want to change out from the wrestler outfit, then you have certainly earned the right to do so by being the newest follow.
Get ready, folks.
So,
Because this
as I was
is
going to say,
bombshell.
a fun fact that might be completely inaccurate because I'm just going by memory is that corned beef and cabbage on St. Patrick's Day, entirely an American invention. If you go to Ireland and order corned beef and cabbage, they will look at you.
Pardon me, ma'am, I didn't hear that last part.
How it happened is in New York City. In New York City, when the Irish came over, they were not well regarded, I guess. Polite way to say that.
Yeah.
And they found solidarity. Jewish community. And
Yes.
Jewish community were really big into pastrami. And
Yeah.
that worked with, well, because corned beef is a thing, but corned beef and cabbage isn't. But you could get cabbage easily in America, and corned beef, and they just kind of
cabbage.
Kind of paired well. And, you know, stuff happened. Now,
Hi, Tony Lalick. How are you? There you go. There's your shout out. I mean,
my video was stuttery as hell. Is anyone else's?
it might be. Yeah, I'm dropping a lot of frames right now for some reason.
Go to commercial, then fire yourself, then rehire yourself before the commercial ends. Know your job, Hanks.
MJ pointed out I was trespassing, so I'd probably end up in
I
jail.
don't remember if Jared
Typical
is
Parker luck.
reference. Don't
I
think
could never
he
give this
is.
prototype spider tracer enough range to be useful.
I mean,
But I
Might.
did adapt the tech into my web.
I
traps,
have
which
the stream
really come in
muted,
handy.
but well, I know that J.K. Simmons' voice is.
It's a very good impression of the J.K. Simmons voice. I will say this. Like, it's not J.K.
Okay.
Simmons, but it took me. But like it was one of those things where like I had to sit there and I had to listen for a second and be like, no, that's not J.K. Simmons.
It's like,
I mean, J.K. Simmons has voiced video games.
This is-
I mean,
this
he's
is-
famously
this is-
voiced Portal 2.
Yeah, this is the best Jameson since J.K. Simmons, so I will say.
That's a keeper.
Oh, hey, we're in Hell's Kitchen, so there are a couple of Daredevil references around here. We can go to Josie's Bar. We can be
doing.
We can go to Josie's
I'm
Bar.
just
We can
imagining
go to Fog
that
Wouldn't be New York
Fogwell's
without a
Gym.
Hey guys, you got prescriptions for
See.
this stuff?
Darren DePaul is the guy doing. J. Jonah. What else is there?
I was just imagining that whole fire yourself then rehire yourself thing, but Cave Johnson style.
He was in God of War as various back characters.
Cave Johnson.
This
Charity.
difficulty kind of doesn't fuck around, honestly.
My anti-drug.
Who knew that this ultimate difficulty that they added would be so hard?
Thank you, Jerry Seinfeld. Please go away.
And what's the deal with bees?
Took a bullet from the cops back when they thought I was working
Bees.
with Electro.
My
I'm
God.
going
Bees.
to call
Books
your
are thick.
and I'm going to ask them to punch you in the face.
Those
Uh,
guys just
Because they
flew off the
they
side
no
of the
longer
building.
Live with you, but still.
Oh,
gonna
they're
have
coming
them,
to-
like bank
they're-
one for the next time they see you.
they're coming to visit in a little
Okay.
while.
Thank you. I will message them right now.
You just kicked several people off the side of a building.
Yeah, no, there's actually a thing that shows off that they survive that. They get webbed into the side of a building. Anyway, here's Alias Investigations, which is Jessica Jones's like private eye thing. And a nice little touch is that she has put the bare minimum into her sign, which is Jessica Jones's hell. Let's see. Josie's is over this way. And if I remember correctly, like, Where's Nelson and Murdoch? I remember correctly, like Nelson and Murdoch's like almost right next door to Josie's.
Magnifique.
In fact, I think this might be it over. No. Nelson and Murdoch is around here somewhere. I know it. Hey, Jake Mike 21, thanks for the follow. If you want, you can go ahead and choose a new outfit for Spider-Man as a new follow. If you're fine with the wrestling outfit, then that's fine. But if you want to see other outfits and what we could potentially wear, then just let me know. And
So
I will
speaking
gladly
of,
switch.
I heard the DLC actually adds 3 new suits. Have you
I don't know what the new suits are because the DLC technically isn't out yet. Oh, here it is. I found it. Okay, so and here's Nelson and Murdoch. It's It's actually one of the hidden photos in the game. There's 50 hidden photos, and if you do them all, then you unlock a suit that I've already unlocked.
Yeah.
Eat.
Hansu.
And the best part is you don't have to get the secret photos for the platinum. The platinum is like it requires you to get all the landmarks, but it does not require you to get all the secret photos, which is nice because there's no way to get to know where any of the secret photos are without using the internet or getting a thing that you unlock at level 50.
So if Daredevil's law
firm
is in the game, is
who?
She-Hulk.
She-Hulk. No, isn't She-Hulk based in LA?
I thought she was in New York.
Maybe she is a New York thing, but like I'm.
Look that up.
Fisk did keep these wannabe pushers in check. Wait, what's that feeling? Do I
think
but
she might be in LA.
Either she's in LA or she's not in Manhattan. So
You just bounced off that car.
I did. Let's see. So I've shown off both the Wakandan and the Symkarian embassies already. I've shown off the Avengers Tower, but I never did take a picture of it because I didn't have the ability to take pictures of landmarks yet. Oh, here's Fogwell's gym. This is where Daredevil works out, and this is where his dad used to work out when he was a boxer.
Yeah, you're right. She is in play.
Oh, good, because I was kind of like half guessing that. I thought she wasn't based in New York, but I didn't know for sure if it was LA or if it was like somewhere else.
90% of Marvel's roster is in New York. Let's be perfect.
Yeah. In fact, let me go find the Avengers building real quick because like, is this it right here? Yeah, because Spider-Man will actually say something about why the rest of the why the Avengers aren't actually in New York at the time.
Spandex Psycho, 2 o'clock. Support your local businesses. Wow, you did a number on that last page.
Oh, hey. Darren DePaul, the guy who does Jonah in this game, is also Reinhardt in Watch.
Oh.
Samuel Hayden.
Fun times.
Hold on just 1 second.
Judge Dredd series. That's from 14. There's an animated Judge Dredd.
So I'm gonna go take a picture of Avengers Tower, and that's probably where I'm gonna call it because we have stuff that we have to do.
This?
Am I coming through?
Logging reported. Proceed with
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you broke up a bit there, Ape.
Oh, there was apparently a Judge Dredd animated miniseries 2014 that I did not know about.
Was it to tie in with the movie?
Don't know. It had like Judge Death.
Hello, Joe.
Hello, I'm back. I got hit up.
Hi.
Sorry.
No, well, I'm about to leave it now, though, unfortunately. But
Oh,
tower is so
dang.
cool, but they're never around to
Well,
use it. I think they're probably somewhere on the west coast.
now you know
Probably
now
surfing
you've
or
solved the
something.
mystery of what the heck was it going on.
All right, but yeah, so yeah, the Avengers are on the West Coast right now, which is why when things start going down in this game,
I thought they
they're
were
not
in
around to solve it.
space.
Well,
Don't they
not
have
yet.
West Coast Avengers for the West Coast.
I don't know. Anyway, so that's basically it. I will stream more of this later. Probably not later today though. I got stuff to do, but yeah. So thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you next time for more spider fun.
Bye.
Ta-da.